At least my hotkeys still work. Oh man, I'm having all kinds of problems. We didn't. Ugh. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're back. And Elite Dangerous. After a good little break there from streaming. Although I have ran into a problem that for whatever reason my controls got reset again. Flight thrust. Lateral thrust axis. No. That's lateral thrust. No, no, no. I want this to be lateral thrust axis. Confirm. Thrust left. Thrust right. Actually, no. Like, all of my controls got reset again, and now I'm gonna, like, just go back through and reset them all. Inverted forward only. Yaw axis. Cancel. I want that there. Flight rotation. Roll axis. Gotta make sure that all of my... I like putting it right about the eyes, the dead zone. For me, just because these controllers, actually, it's right about there. For those. And... fine. Miscellaneous. Engine. Cool. Engine boost is going to be that button. Super cruise is this one. Actually, hyperspace jump is that one. Super cruise is that one. Orbit lines. Confirm. Rotational correction there. Confirm. Ship lights. Is that button. Confirm. Sensor zoom axis. Is that one. Mode switches. I think there's a way to back up my controls. Don't know how to do it. Need to do it one of these days. Target panel. POV left. Pose panel POV down. Roll panel, draw it down. I don't know why that one was over there, but okay. Open galaxy map. Why? Even my keyboard settings are screwed up. Head look. Toggle. Head look mode. Mouse head look. Invert headlock. On. That's right. We can figure out. Well, it'll take a little while to get all this sorted out again, because well, that's what happens when. I think what happened was I'd taken my computer apart to clean it. It was just full of dust and crud, and when I did that, it confused Windows and reset everything. Okay, so headlock works properly. I didn't press... Oh, I still gotta do... Okay, I know what else I gotta do. Escape, options, controls. And I would have done this earlier, but like, I didn't know it had done this to me again. Flight miscellaneous, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear. Nope, it's under miscellaneous. Spitz is there. Engines center. Power to weapons is there. For power to systems is there. No, I don't want that. Cargo scoop is going to be that button. Landing gear is that one. Night vision is that button. Where's deploy hardpoints? That's going to be under weapons, isn't it? Targeting, select target ahead. Actually, yes. Select ice threats, select man, select wingman. Next system route is this one. Wingman navlock. Cancel. Wingman navlock is... we're not going to worry about wingman navlock. Weapons, primary fire, secondary fire. Cycle fire group. Was that the right one? Yep, that was it. Confirm. And... because we have to slam doors. Oh, I need to, options, controls, interface mode, panel up, panel down, panel left, right. Select is that button. Confirm. Alright, now I think we're set. Oh, this works perfect. That works just fine for me. We gotta bring up the galaxy map though, because we are on our way to Sagittarius A. We're totally making our own route here on our way to into Sagittarius A. And I just need to check Discord, specifically that one, just because it's fun to annoy those guys. Alright, how many jumps we got? 54 jumps. It's gonna take it. How many? Does it tell us how many light years? Well, it was what? Let's zoom in and out. But which one is... Now move... Oh, it's... Oh, it's on my joystick. Ugh. Let's rent a cow. Oh man, my controls are all screwed up now. Like, Galaxy map is a pain in the ass. That's... I want to move vertically. You know, I can just go to my bookmarks and just go click, 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 Sagittarius A. There we go. It's 3,800 or 3,800.99 light years away. So, if we do some math, wherever I left my calculator that my teacher said I would never have, and yet I carry a cell phone with me all the time. What a thing about that. We take 36, oh, I'm sorry, 3800, divide that by 61, 62 jumps. I can play Run 8 tonight? No, tonight we're going to be playing Elite Dangerous for the night, which is a space simulation. Oh, wrong button. And we're on our way towards Sagittarius A, which is the center of the Milky Way galaxy. That's my lights, that's my night vision. We landed, last time I was playing this, I landed on this really orange looking planet. Near some geysers, near some geysers here. Pretty badass. Alright, let's just hope that like all of my controls have some sense of normality to them. Pitch is correct. Roll is correct. I've had to reset all of my control settings. Okay. Yaw is backwards, but we can work with that. That's fine. You really don't yaw too much anyways. Boost works. I need to figure out where the flight assist button is, but whatever. And of course, I'm gonna have to fly straight up for a while. We can just real quickly go. Okay, that's problematic. Options, controls. Like, all of my controls are screwed up. What the hell? Free camera. Where's the button? Toggle free camera. Oh, maybe it's under camera suite. That's what it is. Enter free camera. Oh, did I not hit apply? What is going on here? Why is my key? I need a... Camera suite? No. Yeah, it is on a camera suite. I'll just make it spacebar. I don't need spacebar for anything else. Resume. Oh. Spacebar doesn't work. What is it? Why can't I enter free camera all of a sudden? How am I supposed to take badass screenshots if I can't enter free cam? Escape options. It's just me scrolling through and trying to fix my controls after, for whatever reason, the game decided it needed to change them. Camera suite. There we go. Options and controls. Oh man, this is a pain in the ass when it does this. Toggle HUD. Forward. Backwards. I don't want a lateral axis. Left. Right. Move up. Q. Move down. E. We'll turn mouse axis on for pitch. Yeah, axis. Oh, nope, I forgot one thing. I need to go into free camera. Camera suite. Into free camera. Copy. And I need to invert. This is gonna be a little while. I'll be just doing this for the next couple minutes. Camera suite. Free camera. Roll axis. Where the fuck was mouse axis? Pitch inverted. There we go. Pitch up. We're just gonna get going here. We've been fiddle farting around with this way too much. High enough up here? We gotta get a good chunk of distance away from this planet before we can pitch down and start making a run for it. And finding out what other buttons I don't have mapped now that my... In fact, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google... The dangerous back up key bindings. Oh look, there's a thing right here telling me that I should do it. Actually, I want to check something. I wonder if there's a possibility that these key bindings are still floating around out there. There's a possibility that my key bindings might still be sitting there. Key binding errors. Failed to find Jude for die. Oh. I'm gonna cut power here. I just have to bar with me for a minute. Wise words 3 years, thankfully, these bindings here. Alright, so they told me how to do it, how to back them up. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I at least know how to do it. And it's in the file location, it looks like there's some backup sitting in there. Like, I could possibly recover things, but...
Frameshift drive charging.
There we go. Jump into a neutron star is going to be fun. You can actually almost see it right there. At least I got my bindings mostly. I'm at least flying again. No. I hit throttle back. Why is my throttle not? Okay, here's the other problem I'm having. My throttle is not staying where I'm putting it on the drawer. Like, it's sliding every time I move it, which is not good. So it's like, I want to throttle down? Nah, you're going to stay throttled up. The throttle slider's just going to move backwards. The whole thing's going to move. Alright, let's see if we can't bring up... Oh, because my yaw is inverted. And so is my free cam. My headlock look mode. Alright, we're gonna pitch around. It's a 244 light year jump. But with that, yep, there's the pitch. The yaw being inverted. Throwing me off. Let's just, yeah, we're gonna be going back and forth options a lot tonight again. Flight rotation inverted. Because I want my pedals moving like this to act like a wheel. So when I go like this, it's equivalent of turning the wheel like this. So when I go like that, it's like this. And right now it was inverted, so it was like doing this instead of turning the wheel like this, it was turning the wheel like that. So now, yep. And see, and this is what I'm doing with my feet. Because I do have foot controls down there. You just can't see them because they're, well, my feet are on them. Okay, so the scanner's working pretty good still. Alright, we had quite a few bodies here when we came in. We'll just run our scanner. Jarminx, sup, buddy? Thanks for coming in here, tuning in. As I'm trying to like fix all of my key bindings, they decided, hey, guess what? We're gonna reset on you. More key bindings I have to adjust. Controls. Full spectrum scanner. FSS mode. You know what happens is I save them, and it's like, oh, everything's gonna be fine, and then it's not. And what it is I think because I had my computer unplugged the other day while I was went to just full of dust. I was like, I'm gonna dust my computer because that's a logical, good thing to do. And in the process, like, I had to unplug everything, of course. I think that might have been what my issue is. If I only had that issue I've only had it reset when I've unplugged my joystick and stuff. But I typically don't like unplug my joystick while I'm playing. It's always, you know, the computer's off or I'm doing something else. And that stuff's already scanned. Oop, wrong button. It's like, now I have to like relearn everything. But now that I know how to back them up, I've actually got everything in place that as soon as I do get them perfected here tonight, over the next couple of days, we'll have everything backed up and running. I'll save a backup of them. It's kind of like one of those weird things. Just got done tweaking out a bit of elite writing on a project for Gal Photo, 2,000 words, and I read it aloud to make sure it made sense. Kind of did, but nah. But now it does. I mean, I'm no editor, but I know I do actually know a couple of professional like book editors. I'm not saying they would do anything for you, but it's like I could always take a read at it too. I mean, I would love to read stuff elite related. Yeah, there it is. One of the things that's nice though is every time my key bindings get screwed up, it gives me the incentive to fix all the things I didn't like before. Like before, my key bindings for zooming in the FSS were on my throttle stick, and I didn't like that. I was like, I don't like that. It doesn't make sense. So now I moved them over to my regular joystick, and it actually feels a little better. It's like, oh, this makes more sense. This works better than previously. Team will read it over with the writing project. Just been working on this on and off for 3 days now. See, I took a couple days off from just streaming in general. I just wasn't feeling it. And then last night I was like, all right, we're gonna get back to streaming. And then I go to turn on Streamlabs like an hour beforehand. I was like, I'm gonna turn on Streamlabs, make sure everything works, get all my games and everything updated, be ready to do this. And it was like an hour, half hour, 45 minutes beforehand. And Windows is like, we've blocked this application from starting. And I'm like, what the hell? And I sat there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I even got into the official Streamlabs Discord trying to figure it out. Eventually we got it working. It's just a weird bug with Windows all of a sudden decided it was going to see Streamlabs as a virus. And I'm like, that's not the case. And I verified that by like running all of my antivirus stuff and like even downloading like re-downloading Malwarebytes, like all that shit. I was like, no, my computer's clean. I don't know why it's doing that. But turns out Streamlabs is like the one program you don't want to run in administrator mode. Alright, we got a couple more things to scan here, and then we'll be on our way. I actually, you know, you're talking about writing. I keep meaning to, I have ideas. I have a lot, but I'm lazy and fat, and never get around to them. I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting zoom out. There we go. The button's joystick 5 now. Uh-oh. I didn't want to press that. Oh no! Okay, so it's not that. Nope. It's that one, okay. I haven't played Elite Dangerous in a week now. Been working on a new full-time job. That's good. I left 2 waypoints ago on a distraction route that took me to the very bottom of the galaxy. Congrats on the new job. It's always great when people get new jobs. Like I just recently got one back in July. I'm actually coming up on my 1 year here in a couple months. I think the longest break I've taken in Elite though is like almost a year. And what that was is I had just gotten back from my trip to Colonia, And I was like, well, as far as I'm concerned, I've beaten Elite Dangerous. I have nothing else left to do in this game. And so I just stopped playing. And I finally got back into it just like 2 weeks before Distant Worlds 2 kicked off. So I was like, grind, get all the stuff for Distant Worlds. It's nice though, the next waypoint, or waypoint 7, is actually, ooh, that's a water world. We're gonna check and make sure the system hasn't already been mapped, but no, the waypoint 7 is the final waypoint that's gonna have a space station in it. So there's a community goals going on right now. I just haven't won. I kind of got a little burnt out on Elite over the couple weeks that Elite Dangerous has been going. Just over 2 weeks for me, unless you count the rage quit at the beginning for 6 months. Yeah, but how long ago did you start playing is the question. So I think I've told the story before how I bought Elite Dangerous and then didn't play it and all that shit. Like it's an interesting story. I know I've told it on stream. I just don't know, if everybody and their brother has heard it yet. While we're waiting here, I'm going to options. Oh, I'm skipping my fuel, so controls, full spectrum scanner, enter mode. Where's the exit mode? Leave FSS. No, we're gonna make it backspace. You spent 8 hours with keyboard, mouse, rage quit, didn't pick it up again for 6 months. Then I got my HOTUS X, been playing ever since. That was about 3 years ago. Okay. Yeah, I got Elite Dangerous, like, I can actually pull up the exact date. I think it was 2015? Hold on. It's Frontier. Yeah, we'll just go to the front. I don't save web pages. All I do is just Google them. Oh, God damn it, Kapachka. Oh, we're done skipping fuel, so. My account. My orders. Here we go. Just hit that one. We'll scroll all the way down. Yeah, I bought it April 18th, 2015. And it was January 8th, 2016 when I bought my first bit of DLC. And that was the Viper Mark III Pirate faction skin. And here's the story of what happened with that, right? A friend of mine had been talking to me about Elite Dangerous, and so... Or no. Take it back. I bought Elite Dangerous because I had heard about it from somewhere. I bought it, then completely forgot I bought it. Completely forgot I had bought it and installed it. And then... a couple weeks later, I'm talking to one of my friends, and he was talking to me about... Actually, it was almost a year later. I was talking to one of my friends about something. I think it was I had mentioned oh, I'm getting kind of excited for Star Citizen or whatever. I think that was what I said. I don't remember. Anyways, I said something to him, and he's like, "Oh, have you ever heard of Elite Dangerous?" I'm like, "No, tell me more." So he starts telling me all about it, and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll go home and I'll take a look at it and I'll see what's up with that." And so I go home. I Google Elite Dangerous. I see their website. I'm like, oh, they have a website. Yeah, and everything. But I see that, I click on the tab to log in, and it's already got my email address and password in there. And I'm like, what? So I log in, and I realize I have an account on there. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't know I had an account. So then, so I'm like, all right, I'll just go buy Elite Dangerous. Maybe I made an account and just didn't buy it. And I'm like, I go to purchase it. It's like, you've already purchased this. I'm like, oh, well, I'll download it. I download the installer. Go to run the installer. It's like, you've already installed this program. I'm like, huh? So then I ended up going through and like playing it, and there was like, I think that was when I bought that skin, because I was like, oh. At the time, I only had a little cheapy joystick, so everything was mouse, keyboard, and joystick. I did have like a gaming pad, one of those Razer like quick comm pads that you can map to different functionalities. That I do that with different things in different games, but I had that as for like all my quick panels and stuff. So I had one hand on the joystick and one hand on this little mini keyboard thing, which I need to dig out and use. But I'm out of USB ports on my computer.
Fuel scoping.
That was one of the few good things about my old computer, was it had a ridiculous amount of USB ports.
Fuel scoping complete.
Yeah, see, I don't, I know I bought it third party, and there's a lot of games. Like, if the game is available third party, I will buy it third party. I won't buy it through Steam. I've had problems with Steam before, so it's like, oh, I can buy this game from this website and not have to go through Steam? Okay. Which is weird when you consider the fact that Steam does everything that I want it to do. It just does it badly, I think. So I actually have very few games that I play that I go through Steam for. What a third party? I'd check like go to Frontier's website. It's weird. Like I complain about Steam, and yet 11, 13. That would be. That's backwards because they're European. They do the number. Okay, November 13th, 2015, and mine is April 18th, 2015. So you and I have been playing about. You and I have been playing about the same amount of time. I don't play as consistently. You corrected it. I just don't play consistently. Like I'll play and play and play, and then I won't for several months. And that's how it is with like every game I have. It's like I'll pick up a game. And it's like, oh man, I love this game, and then I'll play it, and I'm like, all right, I'm done playing this game. And then I won't play it for several months. And I've actually got a couple games that I've pretty much just stopped playing. It's like I love the game. They're awesome games. Is that a water world? Another water world. I should go map these things. I forgot to map that last one. There are a couple games it's like I've had for a long time, and I recommend these games to other people, but I haven't played them in over a year. I haven't seriously sat down and played them in over a year. Yeah, a 6-month gap, maybe another 1 month, 1.5, 1 to 2 weeks before her breaks. So 7 months of that time is not playing. I also remember, like, I bought the game and didn't play it for a year. At least a year. I might have played it when I bought it. I have almost no recollection of actually playing the game after I bought it. So, there's I have no idea of knowing when because I've also reset my in-game account once. So even then, like, if I were to go to my side panel here, and like, beginner status? What beginner status? Oh, which one did I set for that? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know where would there's I know there's a panel that says it. Maybe it is under here. I know there's a panel that tells you your total playtime, and I can't remember where it's at. Cheers, 9 months gameplay. Yeah. I'd buy it. Oh, it's in your codex now. Okay. Where's the codex? It's right there. I'm looking right at it because I'm a freaking idiot. It's been a long week. Number of ships owned, 1. That's how many I own right now. Stats, total claims, number of ships owned, 17. That's balance. Exploration, systems visited. Just scan. Now there's one that shows your total playtime. It's right there on the main page. Really? It shows total playtime? Where do you see total playtime? Oops. Oh, approximate time. I'm looking for total play, not approximate time. 3 weeks, 5 days, 3 hours, 13 minutes. Yeah, I was looking for total, not approximate, and I'm like, it's an cumulative thing, so it's going to be at the bottom, because I'm used to looking at spreadsheets, and I'm like, it should be right here, and it's not. It's not where I wanted it to be. I can't find it. He didn't put it where I wanted it. It's been a week, so I'm just like, my thing is had 5 weeks, but I'm splitting my time between 3 accounts. Yeah, see, I don't mind the whole idea of having 3 accounts. Like I've thought about it, just making a second account, just that way I can still be doing stuff like in the bubble while out here on Distant Worlds. But at the same time, it's like, that's money that I'd have to spend, and I don't really want to spend any money. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll spend money on things I like. Like I'll buy more skins and stuff, and when like the next expansion comes out, I'll definitely be buying that. But third for gal photo, 2 specifically for me, a third for gal photo. Blink once if yes, 2 if no. Gal photo's a public account, account that just everyone logs into. That'd be a nightmare because the person could just like, ugh. All right, I got one more. Where are you? Where are you, buddy? Where are you? First scan high, then we'll scan low. You can see where the GP Anaconda is left. Hey, yeah, just left our multi-million-dollar spaceship just somewhere floating in space. We don't know where. That's where you were, you little bitch.
System scan complete.
All right. Oh, I wanted to map that water world, right? Is that water world going to be a pain in the dick to get to? No. Oh. Gives up correcting his apparently auto-correcting hands. Dude, I have the weirdest problem where no matter how many times I type it, I always misspell from as form. I always put the R and O backwards. And I'm like, hey, I don't know where this came from. Oh wait, oh, back. FROM. It's like, like I had that. I was typing something, and I think I had used the word from like twice in what I was typing, and I kept like I realized, oh shit, as I'm about to hit send, that I used form instead of from. Traffic was a nightmare coming home, so I'm still trying to eat my food. Type out understand. I have a problem too where I'll be typing and I'll be thinking what I want to type, but I can think faster than I can read, faster than I can type. And what that means is I'll be typing a sentence, and in my head I've already finished the sentence and started the next sentence, while I'm still reading the sentence I just wrote while I'm typing the sentence like in the middle. Like, I've thought of this part of the sentence, I'm on this part of the sentence, and I'm reading this part of the sentence, and it throws me all off. And so like I have to go back through a lot of times because I'll be typing something and just in the middle of my sentence change topic. Like, oh, I forgot like this whole other train of thought that I just left out on accident because I was thinking about this other part. And I do that all the time, especially when I'm typing. Like, I don't do it so much when I'm typing on my phone because usually I'm typing like really short things, but if I'm typing like out a report or something on my computer, like I sent an email to my boss the other day, and I kept having to go back and fix it because I was typing 2 steps ahead of where I should have been. Okay, so I'm gonna have to set the dead zones on this, but I don't have a button to. Oh, it's joystick 5. Damn it. Imagine having my issue trying to write 2,000 words. And someone was knocking on a door, I don't know what, whatever. Controls, detailed surface scanner. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. There's somebody at my front door. Imagine hearing my issue trying to write 2,000 words. Paste it in Google Docs and seeing so many red squigglies. That's why that's actually what I use whenever I'm typing anything. Is I use either Google Docs or I'm typing it in like an email or whatever. Um, yeah. No, I had to go answer the door. It's almost 8 p.m. here, and FedEx Express just delivered a package to my apartment. I'm like, what? Why? Okay, that works. Yeah, I think we're all set. I think I got that fixed. Now my roommate, hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, there we go. My roommate has has a prescription medication that she can only get shipped to her. Like she can't go to the pharmacy and pick it up because it's a controlled substance or whatever. Anyways, and FedEx Express was supposed to deliver it Tuesday, and they didn't. And they were supposed to deliver it Wednesday, and then they didn't. And they just delivered it today. And I'm out there talking to the guy, and I'm like, "It's a little late, isn't it? It's like 8 o'clock." And he's like, "Don't shoot the messenger." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not mad. I am not mad. I work in a warehouse. We get shipping and receiving through UPS and FedEx all the time. Our UPS guy will show up like 20 minutes before I'm supposed to go home. I'm definitely not mad at you about this. Like, you're fine, bro." I'm gonna tell my coworker that. I'm like, so guess who showed up to my house at 8 o'clock last night? And she'll be like, "Was it Reggie?" And I'm like, "No, it wasn't Reggie." It'd be hilarious if it was, because Reggie's our normal UPS FedEx driver. So I don't know. I gotta tell funny, entertaining stories while shooting probes at a water world. And I didn't. I'm not gonna hit the efficiency bonus. I'm just kind of like, my controls are still a little wonky, and it's like the sensitivity is too high on this. Controls. Detailed surface scanner. My sensitivity should be off. Axes are correct. So why is it like it's acting like just looking at the stick is too much for it? Oh, I wanted to set the zoom axis. Zoom. There we go. I fired a probe right there, and it must have hit somewhere else. That's 8. That's gonna be 9 probes fired into this thing. Oh no, I keep firing. I had the wrong view. That's why. I'm looking at the back side of it. I just fired like 3 of them right there. I got distracted by the FedEx man. There we go.
Scan complete.
And on to our next jump. We only got 51 of more of them. 51 more to go. And of course, with all of my streams, you're always more than welcome to just like ask any sort of bullshit questions, whatever. I'm always up for good conversation. That's half the reason why I stream. Of course, my Run 8
Fuel scoping.
Discord's going a little wonky. Oh, I thought that was a planet for. I thought that was a planet. I'm like, why is it so dark? Also, I really wish they would fix this bug with the skyboxes randomly being squares.
Fuel scoping.
Yeah, that part of it is an issue with Stellar Forge, the program that generated the galaxy, but at the same time, like, it's a render issue that happens, and then just need to look into it. If they haven't already, if they're not already, you know. I was almost tempted to spend an exorbitant amount of money the other day on a new graphics card, and then I'm like, I don't have the kind of money to spend on that right now. I just put $300 almost onto my. Well, I didn't put $300 onto my credit card. I paid $300 to my credit card. Yep, it's right there. The reason I paid $300 to my credit card is I was like, I'm just gonna work on paying it off. You know, my monthly payment's only like $60, but if I put $300 onto it, it's like, well, actually I didn't do $300. I put $250. But oh, I had. Calculator, let's see. 25 divided by 64. I did like 3 months worth of credit card payments in one payment, so it's, you know, knocks a good chunk of that money down, I guess. That's always it. The thing about having a credit card is you want to pay it down.
System scan.
Because then what ends up happening is if the limit goes up. Like, every time I make a payment on my credit card, the total limit goes up. Like, oh, congratulations, you made a payment. You made your payment on time and in full. We're going to increase your credit limit. I'm like, that's good. That means I can put more money on there and give you guys more debt. On all I got is this one neutron star. 244 light year jump. We're gonna have to go ahead and boost this thing. I don't like doing jet com bursts. I don't like doing it. I don't like.
Frame shift drive supercharged.
Get me out of here.
Frame shift drive charging.
Don't that hurt my hand the other day? 10 bodies, asteroid cluster. Watch, everything's gonna be right there. My eyeballs are burning, and my retinas have been melted.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, we're just gonna fly away from the star, I guess. Roommate will be happy though that her medication got delivered. I was telling that story. Alright. So, she has this prescription medication that, like, you can't just go to the pharmacist and pick it up. You have to specifically order it through like a third-party site, or not through third party, but you have to specifically order it from the vendor. Like, your doctor has to order it from the manufacturer, and then the manufacturer ships it directly to you. And FedEx Express is like, all right, well, you know, or not FedEx, but the company was like, all right, well, next day air it. And so they next day aired it. Well, then it goes to FedEx. FedEx is like, well, because of the nature of this medication and the nature of this package, we have to put like a 5-day hold on it. We can't just give it to you because it's, you know, it's a controlled substance and everything. And so she's like, well, it's a good thing that, you know, I went to the doctor early to get this because I only have like 3 days left of my medication. And if they're going to wait, you know, 5 days, then I'm not going to be going. This was yesterday, so this is already 2 days after she was supposed to get it. She's like, I'm not going to have to be going like a week without it. But it showed up now, so I guess she's going to be set. That'll be good for her. Alright, we got... I guess my girlfriend got... She went to the doctor as well. I was going to the doctor's. Went to the doctor and got chewed out by her doctor. For not necessarily like her directly chewed out. But she asked a question about a medication that the doctor gave her. And it's one of those things, it's like, this is information that's posted online that's false about this medication. And the doctor kind of got bent out of shape about it. Holy crap, somebody posted in there? And check one of my discords, and it's like one of the channels that nobody ever uses, suddenly people are using. I'm like, what? No one ever uses this channel? Who are you? What have you done with everyone on every member of my Discord? We're definitely not getting to Sagittarius A tonight, but we'll at least be making progress. We've got plenty of time to make up for the lack of playing the last couple days. Just like I said, I was not in a good place, and streaming was not going to help me. Like, streaming was actually, if I were to be streaming it all the past couple days, it would not have gone good. It honestly would have been really bad for me to, as a streamer, to do that. I'm bad to myself, mostly, you know. It's like, I'm only hurting myself by doing this thing that I want to do. And then there's the star, like always. Person's talking about having a bug in a game, and I'm like, I've had that same issue. I do not know how to fix the issue. Let me relate to you. I also feel a little bad though because last night when I couldn't get Streamlabs to go work, I was getting really frustrated. And he was trying to help me, which you know, I'm not a fan of unsolicited help. Like, where the hell is everything? There it is. There's something there. Like, if I'm having a problem, let me vent about it. If I ask for help, if I need help, if I want to ask for help, I'll ask for help. I'm like, well, what did you do to fix the problem? And he was like, have you tried this? Have you tried this? And I'm like, do you think I'm an idiot? Like, he's like, have you tried restarting your computer? And I'm like, no, I tried running it as admin. No, I didn't think about doing that. It's like everything that I had already tried, he was telling me to do, and I'm like, buddy, I'm pretty sure I've already tried those things. You're just telling me to do the same thing I've already done. And he's like, well, why are you posting about your problem? I'm like, I'm venting. Let me vent. Let me tell you, hey, I'm pissed off because this program's not working and angry. That's all I wanted to do.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm gonna do something stupid.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Fuel scoping.
31 bodies. How many more jumps do we have? 46. We've got 2 more hours. I'm gonna be done with this at 10 o'clock, like always. There's another one right there.
Fuel
It's blocked.
scoping complete.
I read that as Dumbledore. I'm like, when did I get teleported into Harry Potter? You know what? Oh, that's a water world. That was a water world. That's a water world. That's a water world. That's a water world.
Hello.
Somebody get Kevin Costner on the phone. I found a water world.
Did you?
I did.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Uh,
Can't believe this.
there's a problem though.
What's that?
It's an ammonia-based atmosphere. We would all die.
Damn it.
Also, I love how I connect and I immediately hear Delta just crunching on something crunchy.
That's me.
That was
crunching
actually
on
not me.
Oh, well, the crunch came from, like, your mic lit up at the same time as I heard crunch. And I'm like,
Crunch.
crunch.
Let me actually turn
Crunch.
on. Let me turn on the preferred method of talking.
So I don't know who finished up this local back here the last time that put the tank card that was on the main, but I like. So that's kind of like. I just son of a bitch. There's no
What
way I
the hell
can get
happened
around
there?
you.
Oh, JC, did you?
I think I crashed. That's convenient.
Way to go.
Your
Crashing on my...
train's still moving.
Yeah, until he actually,
does
until the
that,
game
not
actually
it.
catches up, it'll
If
show
I
him.
grab control of it, yes, I can.
Shove those two cars on the back of the monolith. What I'm gonna try doing is hooking up all the locals that go up north towards the Hatchapee on the monolith trains. So that way we could just drop
Wait.
those off on the way there.
Where is his train that's coasting?
It's in Mojave Yard. It's heading south. I can probably grab
I
control
got
of it.
it.
Actually,
I got it. I got it.
I'm still switching at the north end.
So,
Alright, there you go. Locomotive brakes off on tied down.
If you want to, I wouldn't mind if you did this. You can take that monolith local up.
so what I did is,
Good. Actually, I need to.
I popped into the... I noticed which people were
Oh,
on
wait,
my...
someone already AI'd it. Good. I was worried that
in
my
voice chat
freaking
on my
drone
Discord, and I'm like,
train
oh, let me
spawned
just go
like
see what they're
6
talking
days
about. I
ago.
know they're talking about Run 8 stuff. Another
Should
game
I
that we
see
like to play here on
someone-
this
someone got rid of that
on my
just
server, on this Twitchy streamy thingy doohickey. I just popped in here to see what you guys were all talking about and annoy the hell out of every one person who's watching my live stream right now.
What you playing?
Elite
Oh, you're
Dangerous.
playing- Oh, I see.
Yeah, it also it's Wait, what the hell? Why do I have the old detector that's broke? Oh, why did I do this?
Because you do the things you do.
Well, I tried putting the old V1 detector in V2, and it's reading it backwards, so someone goes to call it a detector, and it goes like, dragging equipment, 6, axle, count, track 2.
That tells me all the information I need to know in an order that I can understand.
Right side, middle, track. Wide, high, shifted, load.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that detectors actually put the important things in the last things they say.
Well, the thing is, like, I do have. I should send it to you guys instead of keep bringing this up every time. Someone a while ago, and he doesn't even know where he got it, has the original wave files that GE uses for their detectors. It's the whole frickin' vocabulary. And we ported them into Run 8, and they work fine in V1, and they work fine in V2. It's just you have to do it the stupid way where you make a sound bank and a wave bank, and you both put them in, and then you lose. That makes it so you can hear the detector everywhere, which I really could care less about. I don't really like it when the detectors fade out the farther away I get. I feel it's immersion breaking. I want to be annoyed at all times.
Well, realistically, the detector broadcasts just like the radio handset in the locomotive, and it only broadcasts for so many miles.
Windows fucked up. Please
Windows
restart.
apparently can't open a zip folder.
Yeah, it can't. Windows doesn't know how to do
Are
shit.
you sure that's weird?
Oh, I'm sitting here talking and realize I had push to talk turned on.
Yeah.
So the detectors they act like they have the same radio that you have in the cab, so they only broadcast for so many miles before you lose signal. Like they don't. Yeah. And also, Windows can't open zip files because it's
JC,
stupid.
What do you want me to do?
Let me get to Mojave real quick.
God damn it! I keep pushing the wrong button. I blame JC. No, wait, no, I take that back. I have a new thing to blame all my problems on.
And what would that be? Life?
No, fucking taxi cabs.
Blame everything on taxis.
Wait,
You got-
why is it suddenly... This is weird.
Like,
Oh, I'm a... Wow. I'm a freaking moron. I was looking in the wrong hard drive.
just remember, you said it, not us.
I think I might have
yeah.
screwed up my
yeah.
San Bernardino route because it's missing. It says there's signal or block database mismatch.
Oh, yeah. That would... You're clearly missing some database files.
Yeah, I'll just run the installer another day, probably when Kazakh shuts down.
Well, there's a certain thing that Greenstone said. I believe he said if you reinstall LA, you then have to reinstall Update 6 again, because it fixes things for LA. Something. It
Oh,
fixes something. I don't remember what it is. So if you reinstall LA, you gotta reinstall Update 6 from the website.
well,
You
I
gotta
got the.
do it in that order.
Okay.
Also, JC,
Yeah.
you've still got 2 Vulcan cars on the tail of the monolith train.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I forgot about those.
Just 2 ballast hoppers. Also, you want me to put all of the... You want me to put all the WTI boxcars on the head end, right?
Yeah, since that's the first industry before Monolith.
Okay.
Makes it so where I don't have to pull an entire train, run over to behind it, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Make it easier than it should be.
Alright, well, this is gonna be a pretty big train then. Is there enough room to get the train off the main? Like,
So they're all playing,
the
uh,
industry there?
They're playing Run 8, and I just popped into my own
I'm
voice
sorry,
chat.
there is
What
a
the hell are they talking about?
subsiding in between both main lines at Monolith where you can store probably about 3,000 feet worth of bullshit. Maybe it's 5,000, I don't remember.
Is the
I think it's
monolith
3 to-
gonna be less than that?
Just remember, JC, when you guys are building those trains, you can bring up the industry list, and you can actually see you can sort. Like if you click on where it says train train tag or whatever, you can click on that and it'll sort by all the tags, and then you can even look and see exactly how many cars.
The
Why did
problem
I-
is you can set how many cars in the config. Like I had an industry once that only fit 4 cars, but V2 was like, nah fam, that can hold 99.
Well, the thing is, we've got a
Yeah,
bunch of
says
boxcars for an industry
25
before
2
Monolith.
bays, 25 2 bays, 15 open.
What I'm saying is you can look at that, and you can build your train based off of that information there, and not have an overflow of cars.
I believe for you
Well-
guys, let me go look at Monolith really quick, because Monolith is like
Okay.
a special snowflake. I'm pretty freaking sure it is physically impossible to fit 15 coal hoppers into Monolith. How many can you hold? About? Please don't tell me I'm wrong.
I
Oh,
believe you're wrong.
We've got
10?
probably 3,000, 4,000 feet of train for Monolith.
Yeah, you'll be fine. The stub track goes back like...
But the thing I'm worried about is that there's an industry before Monolith, and is there like a siding we could drop the rest of the train at and then work that industry and then...
Nah, just drop it on the main.
Yeah, no. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Which industry do you mean? What?
Oh, I didn't hit
WTI.
apply.
WTI, yeah.
WTI? Okay, so here's what you have to do. This is gonna... You have to be going... You have to run against the grain, traffic-wise, to work that industry.
No. It's trailing point. You work that industry on your way back from Mojave. Or not back, you work that industry on your way back from Tehachapi.
Oh, so okay, so that one's on.
It's on your way back, so you want those cars at the end of your train, so that way when on your way back, they're at the front of your train.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Right.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
kind of
con-
screwed
you
up that
gotta-
order.
You gotta Cadiz local it.
Yeah. Put. Yeah, Monolith.
Should we
CTI,
maybe leave
yeah.
the? Hey GC, should we maybe leave the separate industries separate and then just send Monolith as its own train because it's a massive thing. Should we do that?
I think we'll do it just in case, because WTI has a lot more cars than they usually see it having. So
And it can only handle like 4 cars.
yeah, there's
No,
definitely gonna
okay.
be some overflow.
What
So should we keep them separate then?
Yeah, keep them separate. I would put this.
Okay.
I would still put the CTI since it's only 2 cars. It won't be that much of a deal.
Yeah.
Wing tag you could probably fit at best about 4 to... depends on what kind of cars it's getting.
Well, they're all boxes. There's 2 that are a bit longer, but
If you
looks like all
if you
50-foot high cubes.
if you fudge it, you can fit 6. If you do it realistically, you can fit 4. So
I
Okay.
think what I'll do in the next couple of weeks, maybe on one of my days off, is I'll go through and I'll actually go to every single industry and make sure that the car counts are realistic for what they can fit there.
because
Okay.
there are certain industries, I believe, like Hobart is like really screwed up. It's like, oh, a single truck can handle 99 cars, and it's like,
Well, it can because the turnover time on that is like an hour.
yeah. That was
Although,
the problem I had with San Bernardino Intermodal before I fixed it. I didn't have process and blocks on, so I'd like get a consist that was fully loaded, and it'd be like half of it was LA and half of it was Chicago, and I was like, I don't want to have to do blocking with stacked cars.
yeah, that was a problem we had. I think it by default wasn't.
It's by default
Frameshift
does
drive
that.
charging.
No, but shit, I was gonna say something.
Train of thought boarding at the station.
Well, my friendship drive is charging right now, and then it blew up because I have no friends.
Error 404 found. No friends detected. Please restart system.
Oh no, okay. I don't think those car counts affect anything. No. When you in the industry settings, I don't think the car counts actually affect anything.
No, it's a weird thing. I don't know. I think what it does affect, if I remember correctly,
Fuel
if I
scoping.
think about it, I believe it's the maximum number of cars you can have at one time that can be processed at one time under that timer.
What it should do is like you should have columns. You should have 2 columns. Column A is how many cars can fit at this industry, and column B is how many or like a percentage of cars you want spawning for this industry. And so like I could sit there and say, well, I want a higher rate of cars spawning for this one industry than I do this industry. So that way we could, even on the locals, we could sit there and say, okay, well, Monolith is an industry that we want cycling a lot, so we want a lot of cars for Monolith and not a lot of cars for any of the other industries.
Okay, so I just figured out what capacity is, and holy shit, this is the best thing I've ever read in my life.
What?
Because it affects how the AI works. Capacity is apparently really fucking important. Capacity. This is from the user guide. This is capacity. This roughly indicates the max car capacity for each type of car based on available trackage. It does not need to be exact. It is used to make sure the number of cars for each industry in generated AI trains are in the correct proportion to each other. Remember though that cars are randomly chosen, so it is still possible for one industry to experience a random surge in traffic. If this is left at 1 for all industries, then every configured car type for all industries will have an equal chance of appearing in a generated mixed train. See the Interacting with AI Trains user guide for more information on randomly generated trains.
So what you're saying is if I set it to 1 for every industry, it'll just make life hell for all of us.
It balances out what kind of, say you've got like 4 different kinds of cars that go to a certain industry and you load them all at different tracks, like at Monolith where there's like 4, it's all one industry track, but it's all like for 3 different kinds of cars. If you set it to 1 for each of them, it would be a roll of the dice whether or not
So that number
cars you
1,
get.
that
one-
evening it out
so
is
every-
only for that specific industry. It's not across the board.
No, it's not across the board. So basically, like, say on Monolith you had all 3 cars that get serviced there, hoppers and 2 bays and tank cars and all. If all of those were set to 1, it's a roll of the dice which one of those shows up on an AI train.
But then the higher the number, the higher the chance that car is going to be in there.
Yeah, and I think it does sort of also change just how many cars you get as well, I think somewhat. But I think the main point is it determines how many cars you get, but also what is the chance of getting those cars. I did not realize this was this important, and holy Christ, this explains why I've been losing my shit on Ohio Valley Southern, going, why the fuck are there 5 million cars for anyone at Selkirk? Because My capacity is like through the roof.
So if we have an industry that's getting too many cars, we need to turn that capacity down.
I believe so.
I might
Oh, cool, I have your
experiment with
fixed-
this tomorrow.
I have your fixed horn. It's cool. It's definitely a lot better than before.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, the fade out was my friend kind of just we were kind of just like, yeah, just make it a. So yeah, like I guess this is why it's important to read user guides because I didn't realize that.
Look, most of us are guys here. We don't read user guides.
I used to patronize people back in the day when they're like, something's wrong with Run 8, and I'd go, well, if you read the freaking guide that it says to do when you install the game.
Hey, in my defense, when I first got Run 8, there was no user guide.
No, V1 didn't have one. It was whatever that bullshit was. It was on the website.
No. When Run 8 came out, there wasn't even that.
Oh, yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing. There was like maybe I think the key bindings page was all you guys.
Yeah, that was all you got, and then like there was one YouTube video that somebody made, but it was like an hour-long video, and it took
Yeah, the
30
only thing I
minutes to
remember was
get
that you could have,
anywhere.
like those sessions that had like documents, like run this train to here, and pretend you're loading and unloading or some shit. God, I've been trying to load up one of those at some point to play, to host like a classic ass session.
I do it in the way I was taught. Just do it and see what the fuck happens.
Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, I bought Run 8 like day one, and then I think it wasn't until like 2 weeks after I bought it that I actually figured out how to start a train. Because I was so used to trains where you just click on it and you go. And I'm like, why can't I drive this train? Why isn't that working?
When I first got into Run 8, I didn't realize it didn't have MSTS draggable controls. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't the reversing?
Yeah, that's a mood.
And then I go to the
Yeah, I
website
can't.
and go to look at the shit. And like, I didn't also realize you needed circuit breakers. I'm like, you gotta do all this bullshit.
Fuel
And then
scoping.
I didn't realize what the parking brake was. And I'm like, what's this parking brake? This is bullshit. What is it? This wasn't in any other game. And so I proceeded to melt the parking brake once by putting it in notch 8 and going, fuck it. If I put it in notch 8, it'll turn the parking brake off. No. It
That's
didn't.
not how it works.
Fuel scoping.
gotta
All I
physically
remember is
move
that
that.
all I remember is that I went to notch up to notch 8 with the parking brake on, and then I got the wheel slip indicator and went, well, that's clearly not what's supposed to happen.
You took it in the solar direction. You went in a notch 8 and see what happened.
I mean, the first time I took a train in Run 8, I have my recording of my first time playing it. I took a set of Gevos, coupled up to some boxcars, put an EOTL in the back, and then accidentally drove it off the end of the map at Bakersfield.
Whoa, that's a good way to start.
It's a great thing. You're like, wow, I'm really learning about. Oh, that's the end of the line. Oh crap, your train was automatically. Your train had a physics explosion. Was automatically deleted for your safety.
I got a message. I got a ping. What's it say?
I miss all the.
It's a dick pic.
I miss some of the old smart-ass messages you used to get with Run 8.
They were okay,
Oh,
but some
shit.
of them weren't. Like,
Like I miss the one for when you used to crash into shit and would just go like, "Train had a physics explosion."
It's like one of the
Moron.
Trinity Railway Express units is up in Montreal for its rebuild after that wreck it had with the dump truck.
Oh boy.
It was going about 70 on a I think it was going from either Irving or Dallas, going to Fort Worth. Dump truck hit it. It literally was so bad. The truck exploded. It killed the crew on the truck, but it damaged the engine so much that it bent the frame. It's going up to Montreal for repair.
it bent the frame, and they're gonna repair it.
Oh yeah.
Bent frames aren't something you repair.
Well, it was something was bent. I was
No,
so
if a frame is bent on a vehicle, normally what they do this very it's a very rare thing that they do. It's what they call they scrap the fucker.
That was
No,
building up
okay,
for a
okay.
while,
So specifically at my work, what they do, they don't scrap it. They cut part of it off, give it to me while it's still molten steel. I then put it into a box and give it to the FedEx driver while it's still molten steel. And then we take the rest of it and throw it in a dumpster.
Frameshift drive
I thought you the
Perfect
solution
logic.
was you just give it. I thought you just gave it to CSX. I thought that was the solution.
I live on the West Coast. We don't have CSX out here.
Oh well, allow me to remedy that.
I'll be right back.
My fucking god, this yard ops, local operations for Waycross. Huh.
Right. Well, I think that's a yard well sorted. I'm gonna call it a night for run 8.
Already?
I mean, I gotta eat. I gotta work tomorrow. I got stuff I want to do.
Oh, okay then. Makes sense. My
Ah.
God, I'm basically at like a homeless.
And I'm back.
You sleep?
I'm back.
Well,
I know.
I'm actually tonight was my second day off. Oh shit, I gotta do my laundry too. So I will see y'all when I see y'all.
Peace out, amigo.
Peace out indeed.
Oh. I'm scanning planets and talking bullshit
Weird,
with people on
not
Discord.
Seeing TRE 124, I didn't know it was going for
fuel
his repo.
scoping complete.
Wish I caught him when it was still on the train.
This configuration's so much faster. Like, I changed some of my settings, like what button does do what, and it's like, oh. Now it just feels faster to scan.
My god, going through the old V1 teasers. What the Christ?
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's part of it. I have to.
Because he can and he will.
Well, then I learned something today that made me more angry than it should have, which is that that old like, hey, here's all the SD40s that could come out for Run 8 thing. I thought that got teased in 2015 or 2016. No. That was a post from 2014.
Oh.
Which begs the question, where the hell are the SD45s, John Greenstone? Or the SD40s?
Yeah, where the hell are the rest of them? If they were at that state, why didn't they just finish them?
Here's what he said on the depot 2 years ago, and I'm talking 2017 around this time. There was a comment from him on the depot that said, guys, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I've actually got 10 SD40 packs sitting on my hard drive right now. I'll try and get them out as soon as I can.
Where are they?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Is he still active on the internet?
John Greenstone is. He posts on the community server group from time to time.
When was his last post? Who knows? Maybe he was about to do
He
it.
posted like 2 weeks ago saying something about some weird error that someone was having. It was kind of a post out of the blue. Like, I was kind of like, where's this coming from? Because he normally never, ever makes a post on, like, the community server group.
Well, if he's still alive.
He watches the Facebook group from time to time. Like, he watches and sees, like, what people write, but he doesn't usually comment. Usually the only way to contact him 90% of the time is via the email. It's usually the only way to have a conversation with the guy.
It couldn't be in that he forgot. I feel like that's not a reason.
No, no, he has them somewhere. What actually happened is anyone's guess at this point, unfortunately.
They're probably not happy with them. There's probably something like little detail that they're worried about and they don't want to release them, or they got too much negative feedback from something and they're like, well, we're just not going to release them until we can make them better. And
I mean, my theory was that they were holding them back because it's just more skins for Locomotive we've had since 2013.
But if anything,
It's
I
like
would
it's
to
like,
see-
oh cool, it's more SD40s, but it's also just more SD40s. Like with the 45s and tunnel motors, we got something new. With the Aces, we had something new. With the oh shit, that's right, nothing else locomotive type wise came out.
Jeep 40s.
Yeah, Jeep 40s in 2015, we got something new.
I'm gonna go with my theory that they got negative feedback and they're waiting to make them better, make them worthwhile. So that way,
I mean, it's hard as hell to figure out what they say anymore because most of the time Brad only ever talks on the depot, which I'm banned. Like 90% of the community group is banned from. It's like, where the fuck are we supposed to get our info from?
I'm waiting for me to get banned from there.
Wait, from the depot?
Yeah.
Oh, if you just mention your server
Why?
name somewhere in the chat, you'll get a warning, and then the next time you get banned, they have a 2-strike policy.
Oh, they made a post about something, and I went in there to ask a question, and let me see if I can't find the exact statement.
It's great. Like, I get they want to do their own thing, but at the same time, like, unfortunately, I don't give enough of a shit, so.
The comment that I got sounded very accusatory, and I'm like, what the hell is this supposed to mean? So my question
Wait,
was,
who was it by?
Mark
Was it-
Mark Blum.
That'll do it. All right, so go ahead. What was the question that you asked? What was
So they announced that they have like a train tracker, which is it's like a Google Maps that shows where the trains are on their server, right?
what?
Yeah, I'll get a link for it here in a second. But I simply said, oh, this is actually very cool. I remember here's what I said. This is actually very cool. I remember back in the early days of V1, there was some small talk of wanting something like this. My only question is this: will this eventually be made available to use on other servers? I feel like this could be a fantastic tool for showing off the size of the quote-unquote world to potential new players potential new players looking to get Run 8, as well as a tool used to help teach those new players. And then Mark's like, we don't plan to add our public server to the depot train tracker. There's no organized operations in the server. It is for training. We don't have any other servers. And I said, I meant, will this be available for other server groups to be able to use in the future so they could see their servers? And Noltron's like, we have no plans at that time. And I was like, okay. And then Mark comes and was like, we just want to be sure you understand our relationships. The Depot is a private group, and we are not affiliated with Run 8 Studios Ltd. Sean is one of the Depot founders and is independently creating the tracker himself. We make many Depot products available on our website without requiring membership to the Depot because we want to support the hobby in general. Otherwise, we have no direct relationship with any other server. We share information with other community groups on occasion, particularly related to people in the multiplayer setting who are found to be dishonest or UA evaluations. And I was just like, I understand that. I was just hoping at some point this would be like external dispatcher and there'd be a tool made available for all to use. And I'm like, but I feel like Mark was calling me out there. Like, what?
Oh, he is. Mark is very much like that.
But like, I've
You don't-
never
you-
violated
you
the EULA, so I don't know what the hell his deal
Want
is.
to see the freaking email I got from the Depot Plus
Frame
once?
shift drive.
Oh God.
Please do.
I didn't write back to it. So this was on the days of Selkirk when the people on the depot who have never seen anything that doesn't look like California in their lives before tried to do the Depot Plus in Selkirk. This is in V1. Yeah, I tried. I was like, and first of all, I gave them every ounce of information in the world on how to run the Pan Am line that was really short properly. They were like, oh, we'll consider that. Did they use my data ever? No. They just did it their dumbass way, which was make CSX manage Pan Am. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Fuel
I'm pretty
scoping.
sure there's a few people in the real world that would, but like, so I spawned in a Pan Am grain train. It comes by it goes through my area every once in a fucking, and
Fuel scoping complete.
I was driving it early in the morning, and I got it. I like added it to the depot tracker thing. I got it all in the system. I started running it, and then like 30 minutes later, as I'm running, I realized, oh fuck, I gotta go get this haircut that I scheduled. So I tie it down on the main, which I was like, there is no siding, and I have to go to this appointment. It's do or die. So I'm like, I'll tie it down here. If someone needs to move it, they can fucking move it. Well, I put a little note on it that said, thanks for letting me run Pan Am stuff on the Depot Plus. Signed Delta 6. That was my third locomotive's train tag. Apparently they didn't like that too much. So I get this grand little email from them. Let me just find it real quick. Trust me, it's real spectacular. It's really it's a real Leonardo DiCaprio winner of awesomeness. And where should I be posting this?
Yeah,
Conversation
conversation siding's fine, unless you want to like
Okay.
not post it there.
As Leonardo
Yeah, well,
DiCaprio
no,
has said.
I can always delete it. So let me go find.
As Leonardo
this-
DiCaprio himself said, "When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash." That's how I
it
want to
was
go.
like, this was one of those like moments in my life where I just kind of sat there like, what? But like, but why though? Like, I wish. So I'll show these off real quick. So this is part 1. So here was another thing. I did a little bit of an asshole thing. They weren't taking my Pan Am info seriously, so I left one of the real Pan Am local switchers sitting somewhere in the Pan Am yard, and it simply said awaiting staff evaluation, kind of as like a joke, but kind of just like showing that I was kind of serious about giving them these notes to help them out. Apparently, they didn't like that too much either, and this is all from Mark B, who is he's not a good person to be around. Trust me. My friend Rebel, he threatened to sue my friend Rebel once for a fake V2 teaser we made as a joke.
What?
We took a great picture from Railworks with a BNSF Jevo on it, and we put the little V2 logo in the bottom right corner, and then he posted it on the depot as a joke. Most people thought it was a joke. Then Mark B goes and like, I represent like legal departments. He's like, all this shit, I don't want to see anyone get in trouble. He started like leading my friend into like this thing where it made it sound like he was gonna fucking sue him, or like get him in legal trouble. He's like, this is extremely misleading. This could cause like a lawsuit. It's like, it's a fucking joke teaser. What is the offense here? Who's getting hurt by this? Oh, that's right. No one except. Like, so
No. Mark. Yeah, whoever's actually making a big deal about it, they're getting butthurt about it.
See, look, I made a very clear message on the 3rd unit, and by the way, it's not listed in the rules that I can't do that. It's not. At least it wasn't back then.
I mean, I think maybe he took it as in, was there a rule for prototypical reasons or whatever?
Yeah, for prototypical reasons. But here's the thing: what if I have to go to an appointment? I'm not going to sit there for 5 to 10 extra minutes to write messages on a bunch of different ways to get my message across. If I'm in a rush, I'll leave a message on the train tag. Someone can click on it and read it with their eyes. Like, I get the prototypical thing, but unfortunately, I don't really care. Message in the car tag is not consistent with our prototypical operations or what we want on Depot Plus. It sounds a little, and then read the final thing, step 6.
Step 6, there's no step 6.
No, the final part of the email, the 3rd image, because that was the part that made me livid.
The part with, what the fuck, notes are on a 90-year-old log, seriously.
Yeah, he dug through 9 days worth of server logs so that he could see that I had my server's name in the tag. like, here's the thing. And Highball has this issue too, and unfortunately I don't really give a flying fuck what they think. I don't. But, like, I have my own tag. If my tag says I'm staff on another server, I do that so people know where the hell I'm from. I'm not going to change my name all the time just to conform to someone going, hey, yeah, we don't want anyone on this server to realize that there are other servers out there. Because that's how it sounds to me.
I 100% understand that, and I also see.
If it's that much of a fucking threat, like, then whoever, if someone sees that as that much of a threat to their own server, they really need to reevaluate themselves.
You see, here's the thing: if you're running a good server, and like if you have good people, and you have good people coming and joining you, and good people actually like managing your stuff, even doesn't matter if there's other servers, people will stick around. The problem is there's so many overinflated egos and so much just drama within the running community that you're always going to have these people.
Multiplayer does not mean playing with other people on a single server. Just look how many different kinds of servers there are for different games. There's like not one major server for one.
Yeah, like, I always bring up the example of Unreal Tournament, like the original, like, oh yeah, it's totally like the Depot, except there's only 856 fucking servers that are currently active, like...
Well, see, the counter argument to there's, every multiple server game, there are games that only have one server that you can log into. I mean, VAT Sim only has one server that you can log into.
Yeah, okay.
American Truck Sim only has...
I hope I'm not the only one saying this.
What?
You're cutting out.
You're cutting out.
We're all cutting out.
Oh shit.
Is this better? How about now?
Actually,
I can hear you.
what server region is CMM?
I hear everybody except for Kaz just fine.
Is this on Central or is this on Pacific?
It's on West.
Okay, I was thinking why. I usually put all my
okay,
servers.
Made a, like, this is a clearly immature meme I made, but I made this on the West Coast because this is a thing that's prevalent in V2.
Check.
Basic, I hope that this is not considered mature at all, but I hope that this is considered okay for the conversation chat. But I made this a while ago because I'm a stupid fuckhead.
That's great.
That's it, Bina. That's it, Bina.
Alright, am I still cutting out?
No, I can hear you.
I changed the server to Central. Maybe that'll help.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing, there's one thing I miss about V1 now, and I need to find it for you guys, because Kasich will remember these days. I can find where I wrote my stupid thing.
But as I was saying,
Yeah.
if you have good players, you have good people running everything, then people will stick around. The problem is there's so much drama and infighting and overinflated egos within the community that you'll have these small groups of really good people hanging out, and then you'll have like 10 other groups, but one person in each one of those 10 groups hates somebody in the other group.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a fan of one particular member who's a member of Highball, and I make that very clear. And because of that one person, I won't go over to Highball. Actually, I take that back. There's a couple people in Highball I don't like.
I would have a feeling so.
I've seen some screenshots of conversations that I haven't seen that are interesting.
I kind of feel like everything here, even in the game world, is just unavoidable of finding toxicity in any community. That's what makes.
Here's the problem though.
Here was another one of why I don't want to go.
Here's the thing though, like, the difference between the toxicity that you get in an online community and you get in real life is, in real life, if you come up to me and you're a toxic human being, I can punch you in the face.
Yeah. Online you can't.
You wish you could make it online.
Online, everyone has a 6-foot-long dick online.
Unless we go, like Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One novel on every.
Oh,
I want to virtually reality punch my friends.
Alright, so there's another example on the Depot of some bullshit that happened on Depot Plus. And it turns out later, I learned from the guy that made Selkirk that everything that the Depot admin in that thread is saying was completely fucking wrong. It's cute. And then I wish we could do this in V2. I so wish we could. I'm so ticked we can't. You used to be able to rename the hump controller, so I made this. Because it was more accurate for the time.
And that's funny.
You could still name them, it just doesn't pop it up in the message.
Well, no, but I used to be able to edit the actual like hump controller XML, and that tells you the name of the hump controller.
Oh.
And you can edit it. So in V1 you can do it. In V2 you can't because it's one of those encrypted files.
Frameshift drive supercharged. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I can't remember if I ran my scanner or not.
I don't know.
What the fuck? I asked a question to my Twitch chat, like, 'cause I'm streaming, and you answered it.
What?
What?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I scanned the system or not, and then you're like, I don't know. Like,
He's a magic man.
like the timing was just perfect.
Project what I'm thinking.
Tuna fish sandwich.
5.
Banana.
No, no, and no.
But you are now.
God damn it. You know me too well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Stop.
I should go to Vegas and work the strip, be one of those mind readers.
I would specifically fly out there, not only to girlfriend, but to specifically see you on the street doing that.
I mean, I have worked as a busker, so I mean.
You gotta do it on Twitch though.
Well, it depends. I usually try to avoid the strip, unless I go into that pinball museum down there by the airport.
Yeah, that's not on the strip though. That's off of.
It's nearby the strip.
I know what road it's on. I've been to it once. There's an arcade, like a video game like arcade
I go
next to
there
it.
every time I go to Vegas. It's so much fucking fun.
I had the problem. I went there with my girlfriend and it was awesome, but we took my motorcycle and I didn't have any way of locking up. I went there with my girlfriend and it was awesome. I took my motorcycle and we didn't have any way of locking up our helmets. So we had to carry our helmets around the entire time we were in there, and it was kind of annoying.
Oh.
Did I just discover a water world orbiting a water world?
What?
So it's double oceanception.
So do you want to try that again, but in English or in English?
Did I just discover a water world, a planet that is almost completely covered in water, orbiting another water world?
Hey, it's Croc. What's up, Croc?
You have found
What are you doing here?
H2202.
Oh shit, we're all dead then.
Done over here.
I see. Well, I just finished organizing the yard. If you want to come on and take a train.
Ooh?
Do you want to, you can take a Voo train, or you can take that, or you could take a monolith train.
I have to ask, is Carl Phillip just a monkey?
No, he's Croc. He's Croc.
Voo is one of my favorite symbols because you can mention it and run it, and half the community just looks at you like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Deja vu. I just no.
I'm gonna run a D737 and just confuse all of you.
Have these people seen my house?
He turned his caboose. He named it Croc's
saw
house.
A stone caboose. It was worth it.
Oh. By the way, Kaz, if you want to do this before you shut down for the night, Croc here wants to have a Rio Grande tunnel motor as one of his personal units.
There you go.
I just been to this rock plant before.
Wait, did you just do it already?
Oh no, I'm just mentioning it out.
No. I heard someone say, there you go.
No, what I posted in
Um,
the chat.
Oh.
I've got one planet left to find, and I can't find it. There it is. It was off-axis orbit.
Oh god, is Chloe gonna continue the chain or?
It better.
Fucking
Are you
hope
out
so.
exploring the galaxy?
I am, and I'm live streaming it.
Oh.
Is
I
it me
played-
or these guys in the other servers seem really anal?
Oh, other servers are really anal. Like, I look at those servers and be like, I don't want to be like that.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's why I feel like my server's too laid back, cause like with mine it's kind of just like because I did the whole like fantasy angle. I was kind of just like, does Barstow exist? No. Well, it does now, and like it was just kind of like everything was like fair game. It was like, okay, can your train work that local? Yeah. All right, then do it, even if it has the 6P42. Like
Wait, what?
the New Republic Railroad it's a special place. That's all I can say.
I just heard if I heard 2-axle passenger power. I mean, no, 2-axle freight power.
2x
So,
power.
I don't know.
Delta 6. What does the NLR stand for in your name? Because where I'm from, that's the name of a
Okay.
town.
All right, so it stands for now. The 3 is meant because there's 3 R's in the actual title. New Lunar Republic Railroad, because
Okay.
Republic, Rail, and Road are 3 different R's. I put a 3. This is supposed to be
No.
like NLR
Wait,
Q.
you own
Hold
New,
on, I'm being called upon.
It's not North Little Rock, Croc.
who owns New Republic or New Luna?
Delta here.
Yeah, it's my server, but
Oh,
we've gotten more
sent-
people for it.
I sent you an email.
Oh, you're the one that sent me. I think I sent you back an email about it though.
Okay, I'm back.
I thought I did anyways. I thought I said that I would give you the Discord link, which I can oh shit, where do I put this?
It's
Where is
not.
it?
Yeah, Croc. It's not North Little Rock 3.
Here.
It has been in there.
The New Republic, we keep, because you're on Discord. I knew you were on Discord, I guess that's why I did this. So they're in the like topic thing at the top of like you see where it says general, like on the very top of Discord. It gives you like a little description. When you join my server on the general channel, if you just click that little banner at the top, that'll give you the server information.
Croc, do you seriously not
And
remember the
there's-
console buffer?
It's really basic rules. It's like don't blow anything up, don't touch my staff trains, because that's grounds for firing squad. And just have fun.
So the difference between
What kind of server is it?
It's more fantasy based. It's a West Coast, but I've done a few little things here
Oh, I'm
and
saying
there.
like what game?
Run 8.
Okay, it's running.
Yeah, Run 8 V2. I've been hosting the shit since
Oh, what do you
So-
have your own like
Coming up.
skins and shit?
Fuel
We-
scooping complete.
Do we have
That'd be
skins
cool.
for the NLR? I had one that I was working on a long time ago, and I don't believe I ever finished it.
so you got like the Highball and Depot, which are like super hardcore, super anal Run 8 Discord or Run 8 servers.
We've got your server,
Which
is,
is
you know.
yeah, it's just like let's just drink beer and have fun, man. Come on.
Hey, with
But
me
don't,
it's gonna be
but
vodka
don't
and
delete that
Prt20.
train or I'll burn your house down.
I mean, I'll only burn your house down if you ping me,
But everyone pings you.
and I burn their houses down.
I
Yeah,
pinged you, and my house is still here.
Considering I have a public IP, I'm not gonna do that.
Everyone has a public IP.
I almost hit enter. It's just like,
Huh,
do I really
you
wanna
can't
do
find
this? Do I
me.
really want
I
to
use
do
a
this
VPN.
right here?
I have an entire apartment building.
Why?
You gotta take him down. You gotta take down everyone in the building.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, but the thing is, do you
Yeah, I
have a
have my
building
own
permit?
My own apartment army.
Do you have a permit to set that apartment on fire?
Yes, I do.
Oh shit, Croc, you're trapped between two units.
I
Once
do have
I
a
get-
permit. It just says I
don't-
can do whatever I
don't think
want.
I'm actually gonna get anything done on here, to be completely honest.
Well, do you want to go play on my Minecraft server? I'm kind of getting. Basically
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
done.
No, no
and-
talking about Minecraft on here. That's the rule. You're all banned for life.
Aw,
Okay,
damn
ban
it.
me. Do it.
But what if we made
Do
a
it.
what if we made a Minecraft Run 8v2 server?
What? What?
Let's replace all the
Like
textures
like
with Minecraft.
rebuild the entire V2 West Coast, but in Squarecraft.
If you guys manage to, JC, if you manage to in Minecraft make a 1-to-1 scale model of the Mojave sub, Cajon, Needle, Sligman, like everything, I would come play with you guys.
Holy
We do
crap.
have some pretty in-depth stuff on there, but no
I don't-
replica yards.
Alright,
yet.
we're giving you a deadline. You have 720 days to do so.
There's
No,
one
no,
flaw-
no. You have if you view my live stream, there's like a little bar, and right now it says you have 238 days to go.
Okay. There's one issue to that. You know the switches that allow you to step from one track to the next one over that's parallel to it?
Mm-hmm.
In Minecraft, we don't have any of that. That's
Yeah,
the only type
Tradecraft.
missing.
Well, you got to figure something out, man. You got less than
and
300
doesn't
days.
have all the track pieces you need to do
Well,
shit.
we meant
We do
one
have a
to-
bunch of them. Hell, I have an operating hump yard. Well, I say operating with very
Operating
big
as in
air
cars
quotation.
yeet. No, you say operating as cars yeeting off on a 90-degree current at over 2,000 miles per hour. Basically
That's
solar.
Hey, that's a 1 out of 10. A 1 out of 10 we get the solar car.
You had to literally build a redstone randomizer to actually have weird, realistic hump action.
I love how one person like gets, fucks up so bad on our server that he's become a joke.
Well, he is
always
the
been
joke.
a joke.
The sad thing is,
Before he
I know
even got
exactly-
banned, it was always someone would be speeding around. I'm like, stop being a solar.
We've been saying it ever since he first joined IR, and
Oh, Sola. Oh, yeah.
I've been using the same term on the Minecraft server, JC.
He just
When
recently got.
Crispy's running around. Whenever Crispy's running around going full speed, I'm like, stop being solar.
Yeah, he just recently got banned from the IR Discord.
He's like,
Wait,
he's all
so
like,
was it really
dude,
that
I'm like,
bad? 'Cause I
"Fine,
actually
shit."
was early on very much with him.
IR was awful. He and another person from Texas, IR, constantly got into arguments. Yellow really doesn't say much anymore, but he's become really chill about the incident. He's just glad that he's gone.
And they're both on our server, JC.
Well, yeah, but if anything goes up, I can actually do shit about it.
Yeah, and you have mine and Casper's and SDM's and Rez's and and Zul's and Will's support on it.
Seriously, I swear, we need to build a server jail like as soon as possible. I kind of want to like make a special cell just for him.
The solar cell.
The solar system cell.
Except it burns out after 24 hours.
Exactly.
So here's what happened for those of you guys not in the know. Solar came onto here. He was okay. He sped all the time. Like he was constantly doing like 80, 90 miles an hour through yards. When he was told multiple times not to do that, like we gave him multiple warnings that he needed to stop, he needed to watch his speed, and he didn't do it. There was only one time where he actually did have like a bug that causes his game to glitch out, but it was because he was coupling at ridiculously high speeds.
Yeah, we're talking 20 to 30 miles an hour.
And so it caused like his train to shoot down, and he kept shoot off at like 1,000 miles an hour, and he kept corrupting trains. It was bad. It was horrible. And so he got removed from CMFR. Now IR, International Railways, is a public, just free, like talk about trains rail fan Discord. No problem there, except for he kept instigating arguments with another member. I didn't help much because I'm convinced that they are in love with each other.
Even though they're both dudes.
Your point?
I mean.
Your point?
Hey,
Uh,
it's
you're-
a,
I mean,
it's a
you're-
nice JC. It's a nice wholesome foamer love. Leave him alone.
Alright, let all the foam flow. Got it.
Yes.
Speaking
let the
which-
foam flow.
Solar asked me something. How long ago? 7 days ago in PMs.
Oh boy.
And
You have a cotton belt reskin for the SPG. I replied with, granted, I know my answer. My answer to him, however, is always gonna be, you know, the whole truth, nothing but the bullshit.
So what you're saying is we don't have them, quote unquote.
I replied with not sure. He said, I saw it in one of your Run 8 music videos, and he's entirely correct, but I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt that I'm going to give out that skin, because I'll say this right now, I didn't make the damn thing. No one in my modding team made the damn thing. Someone else we know made the damn thing. And I don't remember their policy on the thing.
My film shift drive broke, and now I have to repair it.
This is the same. Solar has asked me for shit that, like, I'm a person that doesn't like pissing people off. I don't like turning people away. He asked me for the 1943 skin from a friend, which is, like, basically my friend, the guy who made it was like, yeah, you can give it out to people, I don't give a shit. And it's really nice, but, like, he gave it, and I was like, why would you do that? He wanted to run 1943 and 4141 on Kazakh server. That's what his that's what his NS and Uni-Pacific units looked like. And holy Christ, I wanted to die.
he gave it to me, and I thought, hey,
Someone's been a pretty nice guy. He's followed me. He follows me on the train the train simulator community discourse, and it's for railworks and train simulator. It's not particularly glamorous.
well,
But,
me
like,
and Rock can tell you a whole lot more about what he's been doing recently.
oh no.
Wait,
Oh, boy.
I've never personally held anything against Solar.
I don't hold anything against the guy either, but
It's always
I
been
do.
like, oh Solar, you need to stop. Oh
I do.
Solar, I'm about to slam the brakes and tell you to stop. It's always been that.
No, literally, he's been a complete. Do you know what he did in Lizer? He literally got rid of all my my S40s and my Gs and replaced them all with Aces and Givos. With fucking switcher units.
that's
don't do that.
precision railroading.
What do I look like, Hunter Harrison to you?
Yeah, he Hunter Harrison you.
I still don't understand. I still don't understand what precision railroading is.
CSX.
What it is, it's called over-tonnaging trains, making needlessly complicated instructions, and then following whatever the depot's track bulletins say on their website.
So it's actually unprecise railroading.
But if
Did you
they
finally
said it like
figure that out?
no one would listen.
Come on, supercharge, 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 supercharge.
This is a very true statement.
You see, lying makes money.
Yeah, lying.
Or
does
did it supercharge and I just don't know it?
We have people like the CEO
Someone
of
in the world is
Apple.
gonna fucking, someone in the world's gonna fucking quote me for that. They'll be like, when I die, they'll do a song like,
Oh yeah, I'm supercharged
Be
already.
on your gravestone, man.
yeah, lying makes money. Delta 6, 2019.
If I see your gravestone and I'm still alive, I will literally take out my change in my pocket and throw it at your gravestone.
I mean, if we're gonna say that,
But what if he's actually not dead?
Well,
Just
the real
making money
question
from
is,
you
Kazak-
throwing money at his
Kazak and I are in a
tombstone.
race
We've
of-
fallen into his trap. We've fallen
Oh.
into his trap.
whoa, what'd you say about me being a racist?
Wait, no? No one said anything about that.
What? I said no one took some money at his tombstone because his line makes money with
No. I could have swore I heard Delta try and call me racist.
Is a lie.
Wait,
He's
what?
getting money.
God damn it, Carl, you found out my master plan. I'm really pissed now. Now I have to actually die.
Now he has to actually die. Okay.
Legitimately made.
Wait, can he request how he dies though? I like to see.
No,
He's gonna die by pinging me.
No, my death is not done by Twitch integration. I would trust Donald Trump far more than I would trust the Twitch chat. Thank you very much.
I would trust Jeffrey Dahmer with a steak knife
I'll pay Ted
Over-
Bundy.
over Trump.
The moment I said Ted Bundy, someone left this channel. That's amazing.
Well, we were both talking about people who've eaten other people.
Oh, you're thinking of Albert Fish.
Oh, wait, no, Jeffrey Dahmer, he was the, what was he? He was one of the cannibals, right?
Jeffrey Dom. hold
Or no,
on.
or was he the Oklahoma City bomber?
No, he was the Milwaukee
Did bad
cannibal.
things.
He was
No,
the what?
He did bad things. Let's call
No,
it
he
that.
was a cannibal. You're right. He was known as the Milwaukee Cannibal or Milwaukee Monster.
Ugh, such unoriginal names. If I find a clown in a sewer in a city, I'm just gonna call it the whatever city named
But what if
Clown.
he tells you that there's SD40 packs down there, though?
I'm jumping in.
You're jumping in.
Bitch, I'll fight a clown.
Hey, I've got some SD40s down here.
If he whispers to me, I got a vintage 1980s K5LA from a rare F40 PH unit, I'm diving headfirst.
Frameshift drive charging.
He's gonna whisper, "We've got Berkshires." I'm already like naked in the hole.
I got 765 down here all fired up.
Oh well, in that case, I'm leaving.
Wait, you don't like are you more of a fan of 12?
Yeah, but you gotta make sure that you MU it to the Chivos first.
Well, considering
God.
JC,
Running
considering two
low.
things. Considering two things. One, I am a fan of 1225.
Frameshift
Don't we
drive
have both of
charging.
those in
Then it just has a
Yeah.
Driven 1225, and two, 1225 is a more powerful, better locomotive than 765.
They're both
then
Berkshire.
it just has a cool name. The Paramarquette.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the frickin' name on the side.
Got a
How
cool
many other
name.
locomotives have that?
Got a cool name. It's been in the movie. Like you had to say,
Does the Big Boy
Operation.
have Big Boy written on the side of it? No.
No.
It's a
40,
big boy.
4414 does have Big Boy written on it.
We're not. I'm talking about all big boys, not just the one.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the others,
On
but
the builder's plate. Well, no. They
No,
say
no,
on
no,
the
no.
builder's plate.
not on the builder's plate. Not on the builder's plate. When I saw it when it came through Vegas on one of the air tanks on the front engine, it said Big Boy in big letters, like up underneath. You had to like twist your neck to see it.
Right.
Wowie.
Let me see if I can't find that picture.
Mama.
Boys
I'm
so
sorry,
big,
I'm about
break
I'm
your
about to
neck.
post a picture of what we're possibly going to use as which one's the nickel plate? Which one's the nickel plate road?
765.
765.
Okay, that's the one I have pictures of for possibly our title screen for our mod, for the mod pack, and I'm about to just post two pictures.
Oh,
of
really? You were thinking about doing that?
Yeah. I mean, dude, you have to admit those pictures came out really good.
Well, yeah, because I gave you the shader pack.
Yeah, but dude, play around with that.
Actually, Croc, I'm not sure if you know this, but did you know the picture for the server is actually from the very first server before the reset happened?
Yes.
Okay, so I just got a great idea for the CMFR.
What's that?
I'm drunk and listening.
Okay. Hear me out, because this is physically impossible. It's a great idea. It's so stupid.
Alright.
Trainmaster 4.3 multiplayer.
Excuse me?
Ooh, if we're gonna do that though, I've got even better ideas.
But the best part about it is, though, is that you can't leave the cab to see if you've coupled or not.
Oh God, how do you couple them?
boy.
You don't. You just...
You just
You break it
assume
up.
now you're taking
Nice.
everything.
How do you
You have a
uncouple?
second person. You have a second person.
Whoever said anything about coupling or uncoupling?
You just have a second person.
It's like 3D Railroad Master, but worse.
I mean, if we're gonna do
Croc,
that,
turn off the damn bell.
if we're gonna do that, I know another game we could try and like get multiplayer working in.
Eh?
Are you talking about big rigs over the road racing? Because that multiplayer exists.
Well, no, I was talking Lego Local, like have realistic operations in that.
Oh boy.
In Lego?
Yeah.
I actually like that. I want to be walking around as a fucking minifigure.
No. Lego Local was a top-down, sprite.
Lego Loco?
Yeah.
Hold on,
Oh,
It had a LAN multiplayer. So if we had like if we figured out a way to like Hamachi shit that.
Jesus.
Uh,
Actually,
no. If we're gonna do Hamachi shit, I'm out. Hate that system.
No, there was
Why?
another thing. There was another one, but it's
Munchie was
down.
like extremely unreliable.
Oh, it was terrible.
Loco.
It's
Oh
terrible.
my
But if you found if you could find a way to spoof a LAN connection over the internet, you could do it.
Wait, hold on. Can I find a download for Lego Loco?
I don't even know if it'll run on Windows 10. I have it sitting around here
It's on-
somewhere.
It's on. It's on my band where it's 1990. That's cutting it real close with whether or not that'll work on 10.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
I'm gonna give it a. Wait, hold on.
Well, pirate it and see what happens.
Oh, I might have to pirate. I might have the disc floating around here somewhere.
Well, yeah. Well, what about us?
Um,
You're just gonna
What
mail the
about
disc.
you?
actually, no. What I can
Oh.
do, no, what I can do is I can install it, copy it to a flash drive, or copy it to like a zip file somehow, and then just email it. Not that we would ever do that.
JC, are we going on your server?
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm downloading it now to try and see if it boots on 10. It's 1998, 30. I don't think 32-bit OSs had come out yet.
You can give it
I
a
think
shot.
I'm pretty sure this.
JC, are we hopping on your
thing
server?
This thing needs like a
there's
Windows 95 or 90
You'll be there in a minute?
machine.
JC, did you
Lego
say you'll be there in a
Loco.
minute?
Pre-Vista Windows only. How does one get it to work?
There we go. There's where it says Big Boy on the Big Boy.
Oh my god.
Oh god, no. Lego Loco only runs in high color 16-bit mode.
Ugh. Well,
Casey,
are we gonna go
this
use
game
our rock?
is. Casey, I don't think your computer can.
I'm already on it.
Shit, I'm gonna have to downgrade my computer.
Yeah, no, I think this might
Oh
be too
shit, I
powerful.
won't be able to use my 1080 Ti.
I don't think your computer is
Fuck.
powerful enough. I don't think your computer is powerful enough to run Lego Loco. Let me read you the specs. These are some pretty high-end specs, man. Holy shit.
Oh, good, tell me.
You need a Intel Pentium with 133 fucking megahertz.
Oh no.
And then
I have
you
one of
need-
those. I still have
need
mine
about-
from
you need-
1995.
Jesus
We can
Christ,
run
you
it
need
if
a
it's
whopping.
cheaper.
You need a whopping 32 megabytes of RAM.
I've even got a Monster 3D card.
Oh man, I might be able to play that on my. I might be able to play that on my
You need
Fitbit.
about 100 megabytes of hard disk space, and you need a DirectX compatible video card.
Shit.
Any version?
Is it just DirectX?
No,
Regular DirectX.
No, SVGA Direct 3D.
Oh.
Oh, that's some
I don't
pretty
know if I
archaic
can- I don't
technology
my
we take
I
again.
don't think my
That
1050 Ti
DirectX
can.
3.0.
Yeah, I don't think my 1080 Ti can do that.
I don't think my 1050 Ti is gonna.
I
make
don't
this
think
game
my
boot.
RTX 2080 can meet those specs.
I think my GTX 750 Ti might be able to handle that.
I think the only powerful graphics card on the market right now is the Nvidia GeForce 2.
Stop.
No. I think we need to go with some.
Real
You
talk
know,
though, I owned one of those graphics cards. It was great.
Let's go with a I don't know why the hell we sell this, but Fry's are starting to sell 1030s now for some reason.
Why does this?
Why not go with a Trident SVGA with a Monster 3D add-on card?
Because Fry's is cheap.
I
Fry's
have
don't
N-
sell that.
I have Nglide installed on this computer, so if there's anything that's gonna get this fucking game to work, it's me.
I mean, if it
Catherine.
can't run on 10,
If it can't run on 10, I'll finally have a use for my laptop.
no, I wasn't gonna say that. I was saying emulate it.
Wait, hold on. There are still like entire I think piracy groups dedicated to Lego Loco. Why? Is it really this important? Wait, YouTube.com how to play Lego Loco on Windows 10. Wait, this is a video?
What?
What?
Is Lego Loco still this popular?
I mean, it was like I enjoyed it when I was younger, and it had a really cool little thing where what you could do is you could
Wait, no.
send
is this
email
really,
through it.
For real? Did someone really make a Windows 10? Oh my Christ, they did.
So like
I remember playing Lego Loco like
Yeah, here you
long,
go.
long ago.
They put this in conversation citing. This is terrible. But that is
So-
not that is not the link I posted.
You
so
just posted your own server.
so
Hey, that's illegal.
Illegal action.
so what I was trying to get to here is what we used to do.
Hey, Croc. Guilty.
I like how I'm getting talked over by everybody. Trying to tell a fun story and I can't.
Go ahead.
So what we used to do is like my brother, my sister, and we all had that installed on our computers like throughout the house, and that's how we all just would bullshit with each other. That was like our IM was we would just send trains to each other. Because you could send trains with like little letters, and that's why like I had a lot of fun with
So
it.
I just discovered the terrible news.
What?
What's that?
So thanks to this guy's totally fluent English, I have figured out what I knew was going to be the case for Lego Loco. This is a 16-bit program.
What?
Any version of Windows that's not a 32-bit version, like Windows 10 32-bit version, if you can get a copy of it, is not gonna fucking run this son of a bitch.
So I see. I got Pro 64. So, yeah, I don't think it's.
Well, I mean, you can have any version of Windows 10 you want as long as it's the 32-bit version, because 32-bit version of the Windows supports 16-bit programs, 64-bit doesn't. So the thing is, as per the fluent English here, it's only Windows XP. Windows 10 is not work.
Ah, yes, is not work. I understand. those
Windows
words
10
very
is
well.
not work. It just is not work, man.
Is not work, man.
It's not work.
It
It's
is not work.
Did you try turning the computer on and off again?
It is not work.
Have you
You
tried
know
turning
where-
the computer off?
Is
You're-
not work.
You're literally like most of the customers that walk into Fry's that I have to talk to.
Oh my Christ, but it does work on... I have a virtual machine that will play this. But the problem is, if I reinstall VirtualBox, it's gonna fuck up my entire internet thing. It's gonna break the fucking Wi-Fi drivers for Windows 10
It's
because...
Gonna break it.
So, but wait, but the LAN wouldn't work on emulators though, right?
Yeah, it will actually. You can do
What?
online on Windows XP.
That's
VirtualBox has its own emulated like network adapter that it installs into Windows.
that
They
is
tried it.
neat.
I've browsed the internet on XP on my virtual machine,
That's
Are you-
really neat.
and I've been able to download stuff from it too. Granted, it
Wait,
doesn't
what
run
the hell?
super well.
Why does it say I have Windows 10 Education Edition? That's not the right edition. I got Pro.
no, you have Pro Education Edition.
You might want to go to the Activate Windows tab in Windows 10. That will confirm whether or not you really do have.
Well, I am there, and that's what it says.
Pro.
Well, you're supposed to say I have Pro. I bought this key off like Amazon or something.
Off of like Craigslist.
That might explain it.
I mean, it
Oh.
works, and I haven't had any
So
issues
does my
yet.
8.1 key I bought from eBay, but my 8.1 Pro key I bought from eBay. My Windows 8 Pro key, however, apparently expired past 4 millennia.
And here I
The
am.
reason was because what I had was a 7, right? What is the original system? Upgraded to 10 because fuck all. I don't know why.
Why did you do that?
I was dumb, okay? This was like 13 when I was doing this. I'm like, oh, look at this, better systems. Look, man, I didn't know shit about computers and things back then. I was stupid.
Oh, I should.
But Windows 10 is actually good.
I've run
I'm
up
actually liking Windows 10. to be completely
And I mean, I don't regret my
I
decision.
don't
It's
really like 10 in comparison. I know I'm gonna get shot for this, but I have come to love Windows 8.1 over 10.
Oh yeah, don't
Okay,
worry.
okay,
There's still
hold on,
Windows
hold on.
8.1.
Hold on,
Master
hold on,
Edition.
hold on. I gotta ban him.
Upgrade from. Hold on, no, I want to know what computer he upgraded from to that, because that'll
For me?
explain why he likes it. Yeah,
For
what
me?
did you upgrade? Yeah, what did you go from?
Alright,
to
so
Windows
here's the thing. My original desktop, because the desktop I've had since 2011 from my dad, is a compact CQ5210F, kind of like a budget desktop. It was powerful as shit. It ran my Run 8 server for three years before it
8? Okay,
hit the
what
dust.
operating system?
Windows 7 Home 64-bit.
Okay, I don't know how you went from one to the other.
Well, here's why. Because there's a $3 add-on for Windows 8.1 Pro that makes it great, called Start is Back. And what it does, gives you your Windows 7 Start menu back. You don't gotta deal with that Metro Tile bullshit ever again.
See, here's the thing. I had a Windows.
8 is fucking garbage. 8.1 is good.
Yeah, 8.1 is where they tried to implement a bunch of good things to it.
8
But
So here's the thing, right?
yes.
I had a Windows 7 computer. I went from XP to Windows 7. And then I bought my ex a laptop, and it was Windows 8, and then we upgraded to Windows 8.1, and I didn't like that. I did not like Windows 8.1. I didn't like that on a PC. However, I had a Windows phone that was running Windows 8. It was running the mobile version of it, and I liked that. I liked that a lot.
I have an Xbox One, and I like the connectivity of Windows to it. Windows 10 has been connected to it recently, really good. But Windows 8 was actually real connected to it, and I had a Nokia Lumia Windows phone that was really good, and it connected to the whole
the
circuit.
Lumia I heard was really good in the phone.
It was really good, but I bought it as the knowledge of, this is a Nokia. You know about Nokias, right? Yeah, shattered in week 1.
But why does
Out of every phone I've had,
if something has a touch screen and it's not the bulky Nintendo DS that can take like a fucking bomb, well, it's chunky and you can probably drop it.
My Note 9, I could chuck it out of a window of a 2-story building, probably knock someone out, and go pick it up, and it'd still be fine.
That's what my Optimus T can do from LG, and you know what's been holding it together for the past like 6 years?
What?
Oh, just the tiny little plastic case that snaps around it.
I actually went.
Which is cracked in several places. And the cracks are what's holding the case together.
so I had an Android Droid, like the first Android phone that came out.
Oh, the Droid.
The Motorola Droid.
Yeah, the Motorola Droid, and that phone sucked.
Okay, it sucked as using it, but as far as a phone and like durability and
It sucked.
fitting in your pocket,
It sucked.
I'll
Okay,
say this,
then again,
Motorola
I
really
grew up
did go.
using a bag phone.
Yeah, I grew up with a flip phone. That was my first cell phone. Was a flip phone.
I said a bag phone.
I grew up with a flip phone that
in the
couldn't connect to
floorboard
the
of a
fucking
pickup
internet. I grew up with a self-contained flip phone. You know, one of those ones you can't connect to the internet, you can't download anything. It's just whatever the fuck comes on this phone is what you have.
I mean, I started out with a CB, but okay.
See, the bag
Well,
phone. The bag phone.
Yeah, I know what a bag phone is. I've used one.
No. The one we had was like I got to use it 3 times maybe, and every other time I was just told no.
No, I started out with a CB. That was my first experience to mobile communications.
It sounds cool, but you never can get them anywhere.
Get what?
And well,
one of
it's
those
not that
cell
you
phones.
can't get them anywhere. It's that no one around you will have them either.
Unless you're at like an event.
I see. What I do is I take my my radio, my portable, that I use for airsoft, and I can tune it to pretty much any frequency except for FAA frequencies. I definitely haven't tried tuning into the air traffic controllers, but I can tune it to any frequency. So I use it as a scanner, and then I listen to like the ham radio operators around town, and then I'm gonna eventually get my ham radio license so I can call out their bullshit when they don't know how to change an oil. But no, I had that Motorola Droid, and it was a piece of shit. Because when I first got it, it would run at about 110 degrees in my pocket. Like I actually had burn marks on my leg from it, and it was in my pocket. So I never had it in my pocket. And then eventually they did an update. Like it would run really hot, and the battery would die within like 45 minutes. And this was a brand new out of the box phone. Yeah.
That's probably why.
And then they did a software update which fixed that, and it was fine. But what happened was some dust got inside the little sliding mechanism, so it never quite opened up all the way, and it never quite closed all the way, and I could never get that dust out. And then it would randomly just, if I was like using the GPS, because I had to use the GPS on it a lot for my work, it would randomly just be like, yeah, we're changing your destination.
The Droid did have one amazing feature that all the old Android phones do have.
If you went to settings and tapped like one of the things enough times, it would tell you what version it was.
No. The ability to move apps to the fucking SD card, which Google got rid of in like Android 4.0, and then it didn't come back until like Android 8 that I have, and I'm like, what the fuck? This was the greatest feature ever. If I have a giant app and I have a phone that has fucking no memory,
8
no...
gigabytes.
My Optimus T came with 200 megabytes of internal memory.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
not.
so most of the apps run the fucking SD card, which was great if you took the SD card out, because then most of your apps would fucking break because half the data was off there. But then Google got rid of that. Like
Yeah.
when I
My
had
phone has a lot of memory.
a couple years ago, I had an Optimus L9. By the way, the LG outright lied about the stats on it too, to companies. They said it had 4 gigs internal memory. No, like 1.2 or some shit.
Well, it had 4 gigs, but it had 1.2 of usable.
And they also removed the ability to move apps to the SD card. So it was like, well, I've downloaded this one big game.
Hey, I downloaded
That was
Spotify, and that's it.
Yeah. And so what I had to do is I had to root the phone and then use swap magic, which is this thing that confuses the OS and makes it so that it thinks the SD card is the internal memory and it thinks the internal memory is the SD card. Which works great. It's just make sure you install an app after you do that, because if you do it before, certain apps are just like, where the fuck's the data?
Where do I go?
It was here before.
Oh shit, guys. I've used 23.6 gigs of storage space on my phone.
I haven't even checked how much storage I've
Let me
used
see
on
how
mine
much
yet.
is available in my stylo. I think
My phone has 23.5 gigs of 256 gigs used.
So
I've used
so clearly you haven't.
44.7 of mine.
So you haven't downloaded that much porn then, right?
I know, I stream all my porn.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's the way.
I like it.
No, but you gotta prep for those days when your router stops working.
That's what the 4G's for.
That's what the 5GE is for, or
No, that's what the
Mark
6G's for.
5GE.
5G, fuck off.
Seriously, stop with that 5G bullshit, please.
Yeah, come on. We're all using 6G over here.
5G is just rebranded 4G.
I used to have to deal with Edge, which came before 1G. You ever try browsing the internet with that shit?
Like literally.
You guys do realize what the G means, right?
Do you have any idea how many people are work going to the mobile phone department, right? They're like,
5G
hey.
because I don't give a shit.
They're like, man, like, hey, can I get a new SIM card for my 5G plan? What? Yeah, I'm on 5G. I look on the phone, see 5G in the corner, and tell them, where did you get this? She said, like, I get it from T-Mobile. Excuse me, why do you use this? But, 5Gs are rebranded 4G and LTE. Like, really? I'm like, yeah. I literally took them over to the computer and just showed them that. I'm like, I just wasted 20 more bucks for this. And they literally went back, and they came back in the next day. It's like, thank you for telling me that, because I actually switched back to 4G, and I like am saving $100 more than what I was originally paying for.
See,
What the
I didn't pay anything for mine. It just kind of appeared on my phone, and I'm like, thanks, AT&T. This is useless.
Yes.
I just had an Android app where I hit the back button and it said, you cannot go back at this stage.
Fuel scooping.
I'm fucking sorry.
Go back. I said go back.
I wanted to go back and get out of the app, and it was just like, no, you can't do that.
You can't exit the app. You have to stay here. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dave.
This is Asphalt 9, which I haven't played the Asphalt games since they became a pile of shit in, what year was that? About 2006. The last Asphalt game I played that I thoroughly enjoyed was on the iPod Nano 4th generation. Thank you very fucking much.
I like how we've gone from talking about train sims to talking about mobile apps on.
This is what Run 8 is all about, not actually playing.
But Kaz, isn't this the point of your server? Or just drinking, talking about shit?
Yes, and I'm 100% here for this. This is why I'm live streaming. I mean, I normally live stream anyways on.
You haven't seen my garbage live streams.
No, I have like a whole schedule.
Oh, you have a schedule. Mine are just like, hey, do I want to play this game? doing
Hey,
a
I got a
stream.
game.
Uh,
I
is
got
I
there
want to be
anyone?
live.
Is there anyone watching? No. All right, hit the start streaming button.
Oh
Let's
no,
do
no,
this.
I try. I have one viewer right now on
Yeah,
both YouTube
I-
and Twitch.
Go on for like my life's going for way too long. They either vary in between 1 hour and like 4.5 hours.
Mine
That's
are
how mine do too.
mine are 3 because I start mine at 7 and I end mine at 10.
Mine is just. Am I
What
tired
if
of
you
this
have like
game?
a huge audience base? Do you just stop, or do you just like?
It depends. It
until they
depends.
get
If I don't
longer?
have work in the morning,
See,
if I don't have work in the morning, then yeah, I keep going. But if I have work in the morning, like I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Why do you need to please your viewers?
What?
Why would you need to please your viewers in the first place? They're
What's
just
fan service?
Yeah.
You
Because I'm an
understand when you get-
entertainer. I know how to entertain people.
You understand when you get a $1 donation randomly for just sneezing on stream.
I got a $1 donation to do
Yeah,
shots.
I should start a Patreon. Help Delta6 become more of a stupid fuckhead than he normally is by making shitty YouTube videos.
I'll make Twitch again. Donate me money.
I used to use Twitch, and then I realized, Twitch's video player is fucking shit. And I went, let's
It
try
is.
YouTube.
No, YouTube for streaming. YouTube is shit.
I use YouTube for streaming all the time.
Okay, okay. Go to my YouTube right now. I'm gonna post a link to my YouTube. I'm gonna post a link to my Twitch, and you tell me which one has better quality.
Well, what's your streaming bit rate?
I mean,
Probably the same on both
he
of
lives
them.
in Vegas, so he must have good internet. Wink.
No, that is.
My streaming bit rate right now is that's FPS. 6,000 kilobits per second.
What the actual fuck? I only stream at like 2,500.
Well, it's fluctuating between 6,000 and 7,000 and the high 5,000.
I typed in your YouTube name and it gave me your Facebook page.
I mean, that
Hey,
is my name.
WCBFB sent me a message with this picture. He said, Bet Krochner dislikes.
But I posted a link in chat to both of them, and you can see the video quality difference.
What picture? Just
Something is weird then. I don't know.
I think, and you know what it is? Like I'm actually not streaming to Twitch or YouTube. I'm streaming to a service called Restream, and it then sends the stream out to both of those services. And YouTube just kills the quality if I do it that way.
That's probably what it probably is aliens.
It's weird bullshit with the pixies and the internets.
I mean, the
Goddamn
problem is when I used to stream on Twitch, I didn't have Twitch Prime thanks to Amazon Prime, which I've exploited by being a poor college student because they're like, well, here, have free Prime because you're a poor college student. I went, thanks. And then I merged it with Prime. I mean, wait, what? I merged Prime with.
Prime.
I made Omega Supreme.
Mega Prime.
Stop.
Omega
Mega
Prime.
Supreme Prime.
Well, Krog,
Omega Supreme.
what did you think of the vehicle? Did you He said you wouldn't like it.
I don't like it.
Why?
Because it's a Ford.
It's
So
a
yeah,
Ford.
I just switched to theater mode on both of them, on both YouTube and Twitch, which gives me about the same size picture.
Theater mode, then.
Yeah, I went to theater mode, and both of the picture qualities are like Twitch is good. YouTube, there's a lot of artifact. What is that when you get a lot of cubism?
The reason I gave up on Twitch was because I used to have to watch ads to be able to watch and see if my own stream was playing.
Okay, yeah, that is annoying.
And I was like,
agree
I'm
with that.
sorry, I'm in control of my stream here. Thank you very much.
Oh, see, I know mine's going because my little I have a thing that my live streaming software can tell me, my viewership and whether or not my stream is up.
The other problem is when I first started doing Twitch, I had a computer that had an integrated graphics card on the desktop.
Well, that's your problem right there.
So OBS was like, oh hey, video RAM. Be a shame if I took every ounce of it,
and then used
as
it.
well as half of it, as well as 70, as well as 40, as well as 50% of your CPU.
Ooh, that's a very nice bit of RAM you got there.
I
It'd be
mean,
a
when I
shame
got
if I
the-
Google
Well,
Chromed
here's the
it.
thing. When I got this desktop, it
That's
came
some
with
nice
a
RAM you got
weird.
there. Be a shame if I ram it in your face.
This desktop like had a weird setup. Like it came with a 3 gigabytes of RAM on it for some reason. A 2 and a 1 stick. I was like, what?
I don't know why they do that. Do odd number of RAMs. Why?
So I put another 2 stick in. So I had
So it's
4.
not dual channel. Eh?
That's
I had
bullshit.
this thing is old. It had an AMD Athlon X2.
Hey, the Athlon was a good core.
Hey, this computer lasted me forever. The only reason I stopped using it was because the motherboard is not 100% functional as of May of last year.
Like mine.
Like mine.
Ports failed on it.
The computer turns on, everything turns on. It's just that the graphics card doesn't output now to the fucking to the fucking monitor.
So yeah, like the port doesn't do shit. My
I'm so
motherboard.
glad I bought a new everything.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
recently.
I have a weak card, but I bought it for $45 and I'm proud of it. I brag about it all the time, even though it's a piece of shit. It's an NVIDIA GT 610.
Oh, I used to have something like that size.
Fine.
I got a
They
7.
still sell those at
It
Fry.
plays let me put it this way. It's not terrible. It plays Modern Warfare 2 at 60 frames a second.
I can run most of my games at 60 FPS, but I know my graphics card is my choke point. It's only a 750.
Then I tried running 2 when I got it for hosting.
I'm getting cut off, and I'm not appreciating that.
I had to drop down all the settings and lock it at 20 frames a second.
So, here on my desk, oh, they sound like here on my garage. I have a GT610. We have a friend named Casper. JC saved his ass.
I bet.
His name is Casper JC saved his ass? Or
Yeah, that's his name. His name is JC Casper saved his ass.
He had a GT610 in his computer and poured coffee on it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So,
Did I save his ass?
And now
made
I
it go
have this card in my hand right now, and I don't care.
Wait,
Did you
so
just throw in a graphics card?
when you poured the coffee on it, it made it go faster though, right?
No.
Here's the even funnier part.
Oh, he didn't put sugar in the
he
coffee then.
He was playing Minecraft and trying to figure out some code. That's what the code was. Everyone knows it's Java code.
Oh, also,
Now
That's
we
a sin right
kill him
there.
with the joke. We kill him
That's
with
a
the
sin
joke.
right there. That's in the Bible. Thou shalt not use fucking JavaScript like a pleb.
It's Minecraft, yeah.
Thou
So-
shalt use Visual Basic and suffer wondering why your program doesn't work because there's 2 arguments that clearly work, but according to Windows, they just don't fucking work tonight.
Exactly.
So, I want to say
P
something.
Basic.
I need to say something very important to everyone except for JC.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
I need to say something very important to everyone but JC.
It's gonna
I
be a
hate you.
JavaScript.
You guys need to all check the Discord chat. Specifically, the names of the people in chat.
I see it. Is it just one that got edited or others?
It's just the one, and I'll change it back.
I saw it happen a second ago.
I
no
don't
one's
see
no one has
anything.
seen it yet.
I don't see anything.
How is no? It's not when you look in the. It's not when you look at in the lobby.
You have to actually look at the crew lobby or the members connected.
Kazakh.
I see it now.
Sometimes I abuse my powers.
Oh, have you heard about JC's nickname on the server? Everyone just calls JC since he's JC Rail, and half the time I end up running the Minecraft server. Everyone just says that the server is ran by Just Croc No Rail, which is what JC stands for.
Oh god, really? Did you have to mention that? You dick.
Now, JC, did you see what I did to your username?
The fuck? Hang on.
Oh no, I already changed it back.
No, I didn't. What did you change it to?
It said
God damn it, I gotta
JC Casper saved his ass.
Someone named JC joined my server's Discord today. It's not you, JC, right?
Whoa, if it's JC Rail, then that's me.
It's just literally the letters J and C.
No, my actual
JC
username is JC Rail.
JC pound symbol 1031. Yeah, no, that's not you.
JC Pound.
Yeah, it's pound symbol 6.
I don't know who this guy is, but he doesn't have a profile picture, so therefore I have to treat him. Wait, he's not in the server anymore. What? So wait, did he join my server and then just leave?
Yeah, that
Did he
happens.
post something?
It seems he may have.
Did he post anything?
Burst into
'Cause-
flames. I don't know.
It happens. People will jump into the servers. Like, it happens all the time on the IR Discord, where people just jump in and then leave immediately.
They realize it's not what they said it
Well,
would
now I
be,
have
and
to
then
hop
they
onto
just-
my server because my friend that's an admin there is telling, because he's hosting for me, because I can't use this desktop as I've explained because the original hard drive fucking died last February. What I mean by
JC, what
died
do you-
is what I mean by died is I was running the NLR one day, and then I came back 3 hours later, and Windows was screaming at me that it couldn't find the hard drive.
And you just sitting there, but the hard drive's right here.
Windows just was like, there's no boot device now. The boot device can't be read. And I immediately had a fucking heart attack because the scary thing was that 4 days prior, I had made a full one-to-one backup of that computer. And then it failed like 4 days later. I went, what? This is weird. And so I tried to, here's the worst part. I couldn't host again.
30 more jumps.
through
But
Windows
I'm
10.
going to be calling it a night here
My
soon.
router was still looking for the original hard drive when the static IP was set up.
Simply because it
So it was
is.
either reset the router,
Almost 10
and have
o'clock.
to re-enter all my shit, and have my dad probably read me out for the 413th time.
Why?
My stepdad just reams me out for shit a lot.
Do you deserve
If I
it?
had a dollar for the number of times you said you got me off the fucking computer, I'd probably have enough money to pay for a tank of gas on my car 30 times over.
So, $30.
Yeah.
Wait, that's only me. It only takes $1 to fill up my tank.
But that's probably only just this year.
Okay.
It only costs like
He's a good
$5
guy. He's a
for me to
good
fill up.
guy. He means well. He's just got a short temper. And he's one of those people who's like, I don't want to fuck up in front of this person because they're just going to reprimand me.
Was that gloss over my incredible, like, low cost to fill up my tank?
How much does it cost you? Is it
Like
$5?
$5.
What do you drive?
A motorcycle.
Yeah.
He drives a
Oh,
Razor
is that a yeah
scooter.
to a motorcycle or is that a yeah to a car? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
it's a
really don't know.
motorcycle.
Nah, he drives a Razor scooter.
Beautiful, and that thing still needs gas.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, I have a dumb idea. I have a really dumb idea. Somebody stop me
What?
before I make it.
Kasich, you should buy a Schwinn Stingray and use that as your vehicle.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a 114 crate motor, a Kristani front wheel drive kit, and stick that on a Razor scooter.
Oh god.
So for those of you who have no idea what I just said, I'm going to take a 114 cubic inch Harley Davidson motorcycle engine, the all-wheel drive motorcycle kit for a dirt bike, and put that onto a Razor scooter.
You might as well just put it in a shopping cart and go to
You
Walmart.
gotta do it on the heavy-duty Razor scooter though, because the original really tiny one that only does like 10 miles an hour is
No, because I'm putting a Harley Davidson motor on it. The motor's going to be connected to a Harley Davidson transmission, which is somehow going to be driving that rear wheel. That little tiny
one of those
urethane
that goes-
wheel.
Wait, so you said it's a Harley Davidson motor, so it's one of those motors that goes
It's 114 cubic inches of fuck you. And I'm going to straight pipe it.
it's 114
You're gonna
inches of
straight pipe it.
shut the
Hey,
fuck
haven't
up,
you
I'm
heard?
trying to sleep.
Haven't you heard loud pipes save lives?
They don't,
Have you heard
but
that saying?
They don't, they just make you look like a really cool asshole.
Someone's gonna have to tell Delta that I work for Harley Davidson and that, you know.
Wait, did someone corrupt my... You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I came in and corrupted your train.
Oh, I just came on my server and I figured out, because my friend just told me, oh, by the way, there's a corrupt train somewhere. I fly over to Bakersfield to find this.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Someone has shoved the...
Hey, that looks
It has
like an
become
episode.
one with.
I think Anya did that a couple of days ago over on in LA. I mean, it wasn't like he did it intentionally. It just sort of happened.
I remember the V1 days, the high rail glitch with that shit. Holy Christ.
What did you do with the high rail?
So the high rail has this weird... So this is... I have to say this, unfortunately, what I'm about to tell you cannot be done in V2. It's physically impossible because it's been recoded. In V1, the high rail behaved much like a GEVO. In fact, basically, according to the lead programmer, it was a GEVO. So it was a jerry-rigged GEVO. So that it would behave differently as like a pickup truck. There's a glitch in Run 8. When the final update for version 1 was pushed in 2015, there was a little bug that came with it that no one knew about, including the lead programmer. If you started up, say you got in a locomotive, you hit the auto circuit breaker button, you hit the auto MU button, and then you did all your auto shit. Don't hit the auto air brakes button. But then you threw the locomotive in forward and pulled the throttle all the way to notch 8, and then released the parking brake, and then you started up the locomotive. Now granted, this only works with locomotives you spawned from the consist editor. You had to have a locomotive that had 0 fuel in it. If you tried starting up a locomotive with 0 fuel, you'd hear the sounds of it trying to crank up, and what should happen is it should say this unit is run out of fuel, and then the engine will die, and you'll just have to physically refuel it. With the final update, that didn't happen. It would say this unit has run out of fuel, and then the locomotive would accelerate as if you had powered it on. But because the locomotive is currently offline, doesn't have a speed limiter. The high rail doesn't have a speed limiter, nor does it really have an acceleration limiter.
So.
So what you're saying is we could go to Mach 10.
Well, I believe my friend Ryder, my friend Ryder, I believe, holds the current NLR speed record for the high rail at about, it was either 2 million or 10 million miles an hour before his client crashed.
At a certain point, you would run out of railroad.
At a certain point, if you're in the cab of the high rail while you're flipping around and shit, you will run out of video memory and screen will just go black and run.
I have 11 gigabytes of video memory. Challenge accepted.
Run 8 version 1 actually had a cap on how much memory it would use.
2 gigabytes of RAM because of the way XNA was set
Oh god, I could run so many windows of that.
And the closer you got to that RAM ceiling, the more things would start to not work. Like, certain things would be reallocated to where they shouldn't be. Like, models would go to the wrong aliases. Like, the game might use an off-rack as a freight car axle.
So the game itself just starts going.
Yeah, the game would start to break.
I once had one of my servers, and I don't know how the hell this happened. It punched through the RAM ceiling, which according to the laws of physics should literally be impossible. But I came home one day and my Selkirk server had used 2.4 gigabytes of RAM and was entirely frozen. It was one of those moments where I went, shouldn't this have crashed 400 megabytes ago?
Oh, that's common issue.
Basically 3D shapes would start breaking the longer you were in. Like, I watched on Highball once a guy drive an invisible GEVO that had front flipping auto racks behind it.
Oh yeah, I had a GIF that I made.
Into West Colton Yard, and I was like, what?
I had a GIF I made because there was a GEVO that for whatever reason the front axle, like, it was bouncing like 50 feet in the air off the front truck. It was bouncing like 50 feet up in the air. Like, it looked like it was like one of those like cars on hydraulics or yeah, pneumatics, where like the front end is bouncing up.
Boom, 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 boom.
Wait a second. Are you the one that made the They See Me Rollin', They Hate in GIF for Run 8?
GIF, yes.
That's you?
Yeah.
I've been trying to find the original author forever.
Yeah, I made that, and I think rolling or hating is misspelled on accident.
Yeah.
I may have been drunk. Actually, I wasn't, because I wasn't drinking back then. And it's a BNSF Jeebo, and it's just rocking on the back truck.
Let me find that GIF real quick, because I'm pretty fucking sure I have it saved.
Oh, I know I have it saved. It's on my external hard drive somewhere. I just don't have my external hard drive plugged in any capacity.
No, I'm pretty sure I have like an on-hand copy though, because. All right,
I
let's
feel
go
like
to.
you worship this GIF.
It was one of the first ones I found of Run 8. That was kind of like, what is this?
Whenever I was being convinced to buy the game, I went and watched a few YouTube videos of people doing ridiculous things, and I think someone used the GIF. So I think I know what GIF you're talking about.
Wait,
Somebody used my GIF in a
the
video? I feel touched.
The video you see. Wait, I feel like the one you may have seen was it Y'all Motherfuckers Need Jeebos?
I don't know.
'Cause if
All I
it
know
was
is
that- 'cause if it
there
was
was
that
another
one-
video by the same guy with pulling cabooses with high rails.
That was probably me.
Speed.
That's a thing I do.
It was at Mach speed. And
Oh, well, I don't know if I've ever gotten a Mach. But I do know I occasionally log into the server.
Yeah, I found your post, Case. It gets on the trains forums.
Oh yeah, it's in Run 8, or it's on Trains Memes.
Trains memes page.
Yeah, because I was like one of the first people to post in there.
April 2014.
Ah, the good old days of when I didn't know how to make GIFs. Just like today, where I still don't know how to make GIFs.
Yeah, so
I
for
just-
anyone who is
I make my
wondering
phone
what the hell this image is, this is his famous what the there we go.
You couldn't tell who it was, but it's got my username in it.
Why'd you leave the game, Pup?
Because the server's restarting in 30 seconds.
Oh, is it? Shit.
Mm-hmm. Where's your
Yeah, if I
username
type in Run 8 Train Simulator under like animated images on Google, that's like the first actual run.
I don't know how I should feel about that. I feel like that makes me part of internet history.
Let me just demonstrate exactly where you are on the internet in terms of if I search specifically for GIFs.
Nice.
Oh my god.
You're behind railroad mods content for some reason.
I don't know how I should feel about this.
I will say this, if you type in, I can't remember if it was just something to do with Traincraft, JC server is like the second image. Like on images. Like
It used-
Minecraft Traincraft mod.
It used to be for a while, if you typed in my username, like my full username, like nothing popped up for me except for like this really cool artwork, and now like I've pushed this artist's art away with all of myself.
Okay, it's not.
Alright, I'm trying to see what are some weird videos of so GCRIGUC to Barstow. What? So someone did this recently? What?
Okay, yeah, no, I
It's
can't.
on my
remember what
server? This is on my server. No.
It was your own video.
No, this is not. This is by some guy with a Russian name, so I clearly have no idea who it is. But it's a grain train that I'm pretty sure no one knew about.
I'll be back in a minute.
Alright.
Alright, that's it for the stream. I know there's not a whole lot of people here. It's kind of a slow night simply because I did take a couple nights off. But, do my credits still work? Yeah, they do. I'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. No, not tomorrow night. Sunday night. We'll be back Sunday night. More Elite Dangerous working our way. We've only got... How much further we got to go? I got 29 more jumps. We'll be able to make it Sunday night, so... Thanks for being here. Catch you guys later. Kaz.